Tonight's aerial coverage is provided by the Manatee County Fair, the place to see and be seen, January 16th through the 26th, 2020. TigerVision is made possible in part by Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family. Impact Staff Leasing. Garrett Richard, we all workers' comp. Port Manatee. Boyd Insurance.
What's the password?
DeVito's Auto Repair. The Manatee County Fair. Drug-Free Manatee. Richardson Stinton Roofing. Superior Asphalt. Slot Machine Charters, Captain Griffin Deans. Asa Power. Sign Zoo, turn some heads. Apex, office products and furniture. Now,
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Kickoff's right around the corner. Buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight. It's time for some Tiger football.
And we're live. Good evening, everybody. This is Bill Britt along with Troy Bellamy, our statistician for tonight's ball game, and the lovely Rachel Kinzior, who is president of...
I'm president of the Cambridge ACE Parent Alliance, part of the boosters and an involved parent.
And an all-around nice lady. So we're here, Troy and I and Rachel, to talk about tonight's ball game, and we're going to start with talking about the Tigers and how well we're doing. I think it's no secret. Everybody in town knows Palmetto is undefeated, Troy. 6-0, 7-0, excuse me. And we are the #1 team in the state of Florida, which is an amazing accomplishment. And let's fill in the fans a little bit on just how all that works out, Troy.
Excellent. Again, hey, welcome again, fans here. We're going to talk a little bit about the progress of the Palmetto Tiger football team. Last week we talked a little bit about how we got ranked, and of course that's part of the RPI, the index that the state uses to rank teams in procession of the playoffs. So at this time, the Palmetto Tiger football team is ranked #1, which also bodes well for us because it may mean that we end up having all of our playoff games at home if we can maintain that ranking. And that's why we play such a tough schedule. The games, even though we're undefeated, it's been a tough season. It's been one where our team has really progressed and has grown and has gotten better each game. And you would know that, again, by the shutouts and the different things that have happened for us and have happened good to us this year. But tonight is a tough ball game. This is one where you can throw out the record books. You can throw out what everybody's done prior to tonight. This is brother on brother, cousin on cousin. This is a family affair. This is backyard football. And that's what happens here between Palmetto and Southeast every year. So we're looking forward to a great game, even though it's tough weather here tonight. We saw that earlier in this season when we played another crosstown rival in Manatee. But the boys are very excited. They're very focused. The ranking has not gotten to their head. It has actually made them more focused and more determined to come out and show everyone that they are indeed the number 1 ranked team in the state. So with that, we're going to give it back to Bill.
Thanks, Troy. And I think it's important, if our fans don't know this already, we want to just talk a little bit about how we got here. As everybody knows, we're undefeated, and of course we played a very strong schedule. But in order to get a ranking of number 1 overall in the state, there are a variety of factors. And for those of you who may not be well versed in that, it comes down to this. You play a tough schedule, you're going to get rewarded for playing those tough teams, right, Troy? And also, if they, in turn, meaning your opponents, plays a tough schedule, you get rewarded for their challenging schedule. And so the way that it has worked out for the Tigers is that not only are the teams we're beating very good, but they're beating other good teams. And that's how we have suddenly found ourselves in a position that I don't think we've ever been in, and it's kind of nice. And so we're here to talk about that. And we're also here to talk about upcoming games, including next week we're going to Tallahassee. And if you have not heard about this, unless you've been under a rock in Palmetto, it's all over town, we are taking the Tigers to Tally. And so as part of that trip, we're asking our fans, our viewers out there, to please donate for the trip to Tallahassee. The reason we're going to Tallahassee, I think it's important for everybody to understand. We could not find a quality opponent on the date in question locally. No one really wanted to play us or had the room in their schedule. So Coach Marino found a quality program that had an open date, and we made the deal. And so they scheduled that a long time ago. The problem is the athletic department has run into some additional expenditures that they did not foresee this year. So it was going to be a situation where we would have to send the kids on the Friday night before the game, drive all the way to Tallahassee. I've driven that many times. It is a rough ride. And then expect them to play at a high level, Rachel. We just felt like that's just not fair to our young men, and it potentially could damage, our position as the number 1 team. And if everybody understands the formula, the more we win, the more likely we are to host many, if not all, of the playoff games, which gives us an advantage in possibly winning the state title, which is the goal that the team has set before the season. So we're asking our supporters, our fans, our alums, if you have not yet donated, please go to the telephone, dial 4096-TIGERS and type in donate. It'll send you a link, and you can donate whatever you're able, and it will be much appreciated, and it'll be a great reward for the young men in our program. And anyway, Rachel, tell us a little bit about what's going on with the ACE program, since we've got you on here. For everybody in the audience, that is our highly acclaimed academic program, and we do love to talk about academics on our shows whenever we get a chance.
Sure, absolutely. We are the only school in Manatee County that has the Cambridge ACE Advanced Studies program here in Palmetto, or in Manatee County. And what that is it's a lot of people understand and know about IB, but ACE is just a special program. It really plays to their strengths, and there's so many just benefits to that. We have some amazing and just loving teachers that pour into these kids every week. But the cool part about this is that ACE allows these kids to be in athletics. It allows them to be cheerleaders and football players and tennis players and golf players, which is kind of fun. Our golf made it to regionals this week. They're going to regionals, so that's kind of fun. Like we're excelling in a lot of sports. We're excited about football tonight, but these kids who are in this advanced program are able to do all kinds of things and be involved in SGA and be involved in clubs. And so we just want to make sure you understand that you've got a great and amazing advanced studies program here. And again, there are a lot of athletes. So, and it's also been homecoming week. So the kids had a really good time. They kicked it off with Color Day last week. And then we did, they've had on different days, Throwback Thursday. They had Wacky Wednesday. And can't recall the last one. And of course, today was Spirit Day. So they've had a great homecoming week. I hope you guys still come out and support us tonight. And you'll continue to see the text and donate Tigers to Tally. I just want to follow up and piggyback on what you said about to Tally. The sports program came into expenditures that they didn't understand that were coming, because some people have kind of wondered why are we doing this push? Why we didn't? They thought they did, and you know how the school system that can happen sometimes. So if you can, when you see that number tonight, if you will just push that it is 4096, and I'm going to give you the actual numbers in case you're watching. So it's 1-4096-844-377. And so if you can just give what you can, that'll help us. I think our goal is 5,000, but anything above and beyond that will go to boosters, and then that helps all of our sports and everybody involved in the athletic program here at Palmetto High.
Right, and any additional costs that we have for travel and items that the football team needs, we will gain. So whatever you can give, please take a moment and donate, and you will be rewarded for your efforts in helping the program, and we would really appreciate your support on that. So, Troy, we got a game against Southeast tonight, a big rival, and we play these guys, whether they're good, we're good, or both. It's always a challenge. It's a big rivalry for as long as I can remember. Southeast have lost a few close games. Last week they lost a heartbreaker to Braden River. They are very talented and they are very hungry. So it's going to take a good effort on the guys' part to stay focused. Now we're getting tested not just with the physical competition, but with our heads. Are the guys keeping in check? You can read the headlines. Hey, we're great. We're number one in the state. Well, it doesn't mean much if you allow a lesser opponent to defeat you on your home field. So we're going to find out, the maturity of this football team in the next couple of weeks. And I can tell you from watching the practices, and I know you've seen some too, Troy, the coaches do a great job of keeping our guys grounded. But at the same time, they're teenagers. Everybody at a teenager is invincible, and, they think they've got a lot of things figured out. So, we're looking for senior leadership, which we have a lot of on this football team, to tell the younger guys, hey, this is not over. This is just a big milestone in the journey to fulfill our goal of winning a state title. So, and as you guys and the audience can tell from the umbrella, we've got a little bit of a rain. And that is usually an equalizer. When you're playing a team that maybe not quite as good as you are, a rain game can level the playing field. And so that's something we have to be aware of. When we played Manatee earlier in the year, it was really close until right at the end we were able to break loose for a couple of long runs and get a touchdown. So we anticipate a very good contest tonight against Southeast, Troy. I think you'll agree. They have players, and maybe they haven't put it all together yet. I certainly hope tonight is not the night for that. And if they do come with their A game, I hope our guys are ready. So we're looking for a really good game tonight. If you are able, come out to the game. It's not really raining that badly. There's a little bit of a drizzle. And you can come into the hospitality tent here. We've got TigerVision on. We got catering from Hickory Hollow. Or you can sit up in the stands. We still got plenty of seats. But if you're viewing outside of the Manatee County area, we hope that you enjoy the broadcast and get a chance to enjoy the Tigers. And again, we appreciate your support. Please give whatever you can give on that. Troy? Final thought.
And again, as we wrap up here, we talk about the toughness of our schedule. Playing games on the road, that's what built up our RPI, and that's why we're number one. Playing some very tough teams that were also ranked in the classification as well. And we overcame those challenges on the road. Again, tonight, we're not looking ahead. Obviously, we have to meet this challenge tonight. And as Bill mentioned, Southeast does have a young team, but they have a very dynamic quarterback in Malik Huggins, and he's engineered some really good games. Last week they were down big to Braden River, but they fought their way back with a chance to win. So, again, we're not taking anyone for granted. And, of course, I know all the guys know Malik, and they know Coach Timmons, and Southeast is going to give us their best shot. They're going to give us their best shot. But, again, I think the focus that the coaches and the players have demonstrated throughout practice and throughout this entire season bodes well for the Tigers. Again, we shut out Braden River in the second half after they started off quickly. We shut out Charlotte. We shut out Largo. So I think there's a pattern here that hopefully we continue to grow. As each game we've been getting better and better and better. And hopefully that will be the case again tonight. And again, as we look forward, and again, not overlooking Southeast, but as we look forward to the game in Tallahassee with Lincoln, again, we are trying to make sure that we understand that this is a program. We're trying to take on any challenge. We have the talent. We have the people. We have the coaches. I think one of the most underrated things that people don't talk about a lot is the coaching staff. We have a very great coaching staff that works with kids. They coach the kids up. And, again, as Rachel mentioned, that it's really about the academics. It's the off-field things that they're really trying to make these guys men. They're mentoring them. They're teaching them. So it's going to be a great game tonight. So we've got to wrap it up. Thanks again for the pregame. We'll see you guys later.
Welcome to this homecoming edition of TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. We're live here at Harley Stadium. We've got the game. The kickoff is going to be earlier than planned here on this inclement night. Wanted to say the Tigers to tally. It's been very exciting to watch this. And now we'll have the national anthem. Thank you. That was a beautiful job of the national anthem by Katie Cardinal. That was fantastic. Well, tonight we have a very important game for your Palmetto Tigers. It's a District 12, 6A District 12 Region 3 matchup as your Palmetto Tigers welcome these Southeast Seminoles to the jungle here on the campus of Palmetto High School. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brian Varnador. I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Mr. Rick Wells, Ken Burton Jr., Tom Porter on the sidelines, and Mr. Troy Bellamy, our statistician. Tonight, it should be a fun experience for you. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Rick. I hope you have your track shoes on. Tyler's on the court here tonight, his son. So I'm going to turn it over to Rick for his thoughts. Rick.
Welcome back, guys. Glad to be up here tonight.
Yes, welcome back,
Very
Rick.
Soggy, nasty, wet, lightning-filled Friday evening. We've been very fortunate here the last 3 weeks not to have any rain. Tonight, not so much. Just waiting to see what they're going to do, if anything, with the homecoming court. But the football, this is a very important game. Thanks to Captain Obvious. This is could be a bigger game for the Tigers than they might imagine. This is something that a rivalry that has been going on long before any of us. And this is a very important game that once again, these players know each other. They have been around each other in Pop Warner, and they have played against each other for the last 4 years. And we have to come out here tonight and do something that has hurt us in the past, and that's secure the ball. Right, so these last few games that we have played early on in the season on these wet fields, we have, coughed the ball up a few times, and it's hurt us. And we know that tonight's going to be no different, and we're going to have to make sure that we secure the ball. This is one of those games that I know I say this every time. I get nervous. I got nervous last week against Charlotte. We know what they're capable of doing. I get nervous tonight because Southeast was down by 27 points at one time.
Halftime.
At halftime, they come back and almost win that ball game against Bradenton River. So they can score. They can score quick. They have athletes. We have athletes as well. We're just going to have to make sure that we do our job. Bottom line, got to do your job tonight, boys.
Thank you very much, Rick.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think the elements neutralizes the game here a little bit, and it's mainly for the skilled athletes. The offensive linemen could care less. They just block and tackle and hit each other. They don't touch the ball anyway. This is a very young Southeast team. This time next year, they will be a district contender. They have very few seniors on this team. I think they're coming off that emotional game last week with Bradenton River. What we need to do offensively is to strike quick, no turnovers, strike quick like we're capable of. Defensively, we need to take care of Malik Huggins and neutralize him, make it a one-dimensional game, make him throw the ball to beat us. And the reason I say that, 2 weeks ago when they played the Sailors, he threw 4 picks when they got the pressure on him. I'm not too worried about a second half. We're a second half ball team with our depth. I think if we get ahead of them early, that's going to be the key tonight. And get in his face, make him throw the ball to beat us, Brian.
Yeah, Ken, I looked at that exciting game from last week. The Seminoles were way down in that one, and then at the end of that game, you could see the light switch came on, and they successfully had 2 or 3 onside kick recoveries in a row. They were down more than 20 points with only 5 minutes left in that ball game, and then at the final there, it was 41-35. They had the ball possession. They had a wheel right open for a touchdown, missed that one, and then ended up punting, and then the 1 first down by Bradenton River, and they were able to ice the game. But one thing I see with these Southeast Seminoles, with Brett Timmons out there, he's very confident, good coach, skill people to skill personnel is going to be very similar with the Palmetto Tigers. I look for this game, and there's some big offensive and defensive linemen out there for Southeast as they warmed up today. But I didn't see the strength in numbers across the lines of scrimmage that, as Palmetto Tigers have that 9-man defensive line rotation there. I think that will wear pretty heavy here in the second half. But, guys, these Southeast Seminoles are ready, and you can see it. They're not scared of this game. There's nothing more that they want to do than to come in here and take their Cross River rival of Palmetto High School with the RP rating #1 and make some noise, and in that right here.
Hey, Brian, let me jump in there real quick. Here with Coach Marino, guys. Coach, rainy night tonight, football, district championship tonight. It's decided already, but we win tonight. It's the final game. Talk about the importance of finishing strong in this district.
Well, obviously a district game, but, this is a backyard brawl, and so our kids are excited. Their kids are going to be excited. You're going to see some good, hard-hitting football, and we just got to protect the football in this weather and be efficient, with our drives and make sure we take their momentum and take their life out of them early.
Homecoming week, a lot of festivities. There's supposedly a video of you somewhere on Facebook doing a little jig today. Talk a little bit about the energy this week coming into this homecoming game.
Well, the kids are excited. Again, they've demonstrated it all year. They're focused on the task at hand, and especially this one. Like I said, they live with these guys. They grew up with these guys. So it's a backyard brawl just like Manatee is or Bradenton River is. And so that's really what you're going to see tonight. Some hard hitting and a lot of intensity and passion.
We talk about it every year when we play Southeast. Such a big part of your career early on. and obviously your legacy is going to be here at Palmetto as far as we're concerned. But we know this is an important game for you, Coach. So good luck tonight, and go Tigers. All right, guys. Obviously, like I said, it's pouring rain. Hopefully we can get through this game with no injuries. Speed will be negated, like you guys were just talking about. But I just want to point out that linemen are skilled players there, Kenny. I just want to say that real quick.
I was a tight end, yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That was my bad on that, yes.
All right, guys, back to you.
They don't care about it, though.
No, they don't care. That's true.
That was the point. But
So
thank you.
Palmetto Tigers are going to receive this kick here. And looking across the line of scrimmage, one thing you have to look out for is Oregon, the kicker. He was successful on so many onside kicks. You got to be prepared for that tonight.
Interesting story about their kicker. His kicking coach works for me. When I played that 1 year with the Gladiators 10 or 15 years ago, Dominic Fragamini was the kicker, and I held for him. I stayed on and coached him, and now he is coaching. So, we were talking about that impossible comeback last week, fueled by the onside kick. So we got to be ready for anything tonight.
Carlos Aragon is about to approach this one, and we have LeJonte Wester back there to return. And it's an onside kick, very well. It's on it, and it will be Palmetto ball. I believe it was Quentin Rue knocked it down initially and was able to scramble back there and recover the ball.
Nice hands there.
Good hands, very scary. Just like you spoke about, Brian, right off the bat, they try to get the ball right away, and a nice onside kick by the kicker there for Southeast, and Quentin was able to get up there and put those big mittens on there. And those gloves that these linemen wear, they get wet, and it's not like those receiver gloves that have all that glue on there. It's just like leather cowhide.
Yes, exactly.
They do get slick. I can remember wearing those soccer gloves, but on a wet field like that, take them off. And, as a goalie, it's better just to be out there with Mother Nature. Now in the shotgun, waiting for this one, jet sweep, and it's going to be stopped there. Great tackle there on the play. Number 54 shows he's very aggressive on that tackle.
Yeah, that was number 54, Demarion Murray there for Southeast, and was able to get off the block quite easy. Actually, he's a big man there, Kenny. Only a junior.
Most of them are. They have very few seniors on this team.
All right, Palmetto now loss on the play. Xavier Williams back there in the shotgun. He's got LeJonte Wester in motion, and they call an flag on the play, and it's going to be a false start on the Tigers. So that's going to bring up a second and about 20 here for the Tigers.
So not a real good start here for the Tigers. Obviously, they need to get some momentum here and get something positive here on the next play, just to kind of get into rhythm. I don't know how much they're thinking about the passing game and the wet ball, and if they're just trying to concentrate on picking up a couple first downs. But this is a very strong defensive front for Southeast.
LeJonte Wester goes in motion, got single coverage over here, and that's going to be to Sajel Hickson. Bounce out, misses a tackle. He's at the 40. Good gain on the play, so it's going to come back to about the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that's a good thing to get at least half of it back, so at least for our offense, a manageable 3rd and 10, Rick.
Yeah, no doubt, and a very good job there by the corner, number 5. It comes up there, right there. That's is that number 5? That's Ryan Pettifer. Used to play for us back in his freshman and JV years.
There's a couple of those guys out there, that family name.
Right, they got three brothers.
Three brothers. Yeah, I noticed that on the roster today.
Southeast Seminoles doing quarters coverage out there. Xavier Williams looks now. He throws it out of bounds, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Brings up a punting situation for the Tigers. Running into that play, number 22 there was Eli Daniels.
Nice defensive start for the Seminoles. The one thing about it, we had good field position, so we should be able to pin them back here on this punt, make them go a long ways.
Yeah, number 5, Ryan Pettifer will be the returner for Southeast. A lot of speed, very shifty.
And Gonzalez drives the kick out of there, and he made a great field of that, and there's Braden Nickel doing his thing.
Yeah, good job by the coverage team to get down there and get it done. And Braden Nickel, you always expect him to be there and be the first guy on the ball carrier, and there he is once again. So good punt, good job by Raphael to control the ball.
I think it's a contest between him and Jalen Wester to get down there and make the tackle. Either one or the other.
I think Jalen cleaned it up.
Yes, he did. They are Johnny on the spot, both of them. And what a pleasure to watch those guys go down there and cover those kids.
Makes it easy for us in the box. It's going to be one of those two young men that make the play on a punt return. Now Huggins awaits the snap. He's got 3 receivers on the left. Now he throws it out there. It's a bubble screen out there. He's got a block, and that's going to be tackled by Matty Wyatt there. It goes for a gain of about 3.
You had Matty Wyatt over there, Tyler Wells, and then I think also Kevion Williams came over there to clean it up. So good job. They're gonna do that a lot. Southeast is gonna just, hey, real quick passing routes, nothing too serious, but we gotta get off the block and make a tackle.
Galen Washington is out here with Irion Neary out here. Now to hand the ball up to the middle. He breaks a tackle there, goes for about a 4-yard gain on the play, and that was Chauncey Wilson. We've seen him before, very talented back. He's about 2 yards short.
So big challenge here with a 3rd and 2. See what Southeast dials up. Tigers obviously need to put a stop to it here early.
2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Kind of a pistol formation, not in very deep shotgun depth.
That's going to be a false start, I believe, on Southeast.
So looking over, the talent, if you look across this receiving corps for Southeast, Ty Warren Davis out here, number 3. He's a very elusive-looking slot-back type receiver. And then they've got a nice, tall Irion Neary out here. 2 really nice-looking receivers on this side of the field. Good running back there with Chauncey Wilson. And Malik Huggins, a lot of times what you'll see him do here is do some quarterback draw, send everybody out in the pattern because he's a very elusive runner. Now the Palmetto Tigers are drawn off sides, so that brings up that 3rd and 2 again.
So we
Jordan Renaud jumped.
Gave it right back to him.
So really here with 8:53 on the clock here in the first quarter, Palmetto Tigers got caught. Now Huggins did a good job barking out the count there. Wilson is in the backfield with him. And Tigers again drawn offside. There's your first down and the easy way. 8:42 on the clock.
Yeah, so right now we got to get refocused here, gentlemen, and watch the ball. Don't get too aggressive. At times we like this Palmetto defense to be aggressive, but you gotta stay focused here. And that was Dozier that came across first.
Yeah, their game plan is going to try to grind this thing out and keep our offense off the field. So let's not help them out.
Crawford's over here in coverage for the Tigers. Huggins gets it, looks down the field, look for the middle screen. The Tigers sat on that middle screen. Now he's in the open field and he slips. He goes for about a 1-yard loss.
And that's what we have to watch out for him to take that center of the line run. That's where he has been effective, and we want him to throw the ball.
What he wanted was a slip screen there, and I think Matty Wyatt sat on that slip screen. Great pressure there by the Tigers, and he slips on his cut, so brings up a 2nd and we'll call it 11. Huggins has 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Palmetto Tigers with a single high safety look. In motion, crossed right to left. Now he stops in the backfield, handoff there, and a great play by the defensive line. Was that Ormsby there?
Yeah, Ormsby got him first and just threw him to the ground.
Right there waiting for him. Great spot here, 3rd and long for the Tigers. They can disrupt him, make him throw off his back foot or something here. Linebackers and the corners should be looking for that interception.
And we've seen Miles Ormsby, number 61 there. He has surprising speed out of its defensive tackle position for these Tigers. Huggins awaits. Palmetto Tigers falling back into a soft zone, and there's nobody home there. Very good defense.
Yeah, that was great coverage. You had number 15, Tyler Wells. You've got Day over there. You had number 44 there. All black and 2 white. I mean, that's black jerseys are all over the place. And that was a risky throw by Huggins.
Right. We want to take that run element out of their game, force him to throw, and like I said, there'll be great opportunities for Tyler and the rest of the defensive backs.
That was great. They rolled up into an 8-man look, backed out into a zone, nowhere to throw. Now the punt is out of there, and it's a very poor punt, and it's going to roll, and it's going to be downed at the 20. 6-yard line. So Palmetto Tigers will start the possession there.
Yeah, so it's important, Kenny, that we get something going here offensively. I know it's only the second possession here, but we don't want to give them a lot of hope that defensively they can control us.
Yeah, you're spot on, Rick. We don't want this to end up being like a Manatee game where it's just back and forth. We just need to stick to the game plan. Yes, it's wet out there, but we should be able to throw the ball and run our offense here.
All right, Palmetto has 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Xavier Williams awaits. Now he has Kevion Williams out here wide in the tight end position, but they're blocking, and that's going to be Sajel Hickson, I believe, still going. And he goes for about a 2-yard gain on the play.
So we know that Sagel's going to give you his best effort every time, and he does all he can here just to pick up a couple of yards. But offensively, we just got to get better at blocking here.
Good job by Xavier Williams. Keeps the ball, didn't have the pitch there, made the right decision for the first down.
And as we see week to week, he continues to improve on those reads, and we're seeing the fruits of it there. Nice run. Like you said, Brian, not there, and he was the option, and just nice run. Got the first down, too.
Yeah, look at him tucking there behind the blocker and just drive forward for that first down. And then really a lot of Southeast hats to the ball there. They did a good job of closing that, but Palmetto Tigers have a first down here at the first water break, and now we have a water break here on this rainy night.
All you got to do is open your mouth.
I was just thinking of our friends at Richardson Stenton Roofing, and they just slapped one of those beautiful metal roofs up on my roof. And I am glad to have it up there tonight.
Oh, perfect timing, just right before the rain. Oh, and it's not a hard rain. It looks much worse than it is. It's just it's one of those steady rains.
It looks a lot worse than it is because we're sitting inside.
Tom,
we have the best seats.
Tom, it's not that bad
Tom's
out there, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's feeling great out here, guys. I don't know what the problem is, really.
Sajel Hickson looks for a block, doesn't get it. Great job by the defensive line there. He goes for a gain of about 2 on the play, so it brings up a 2nd and 8, 6:14 on the clock.
Just keep the running game going. Sooner or later, those holes will open.
Now he runs the option out here. He's got the pitch, and Sajel Hickson turns it up, lowers his head, and goes for the first down.
Yeah, so it's so important tonight for Sajel just to keep that ball high and tight, tuck it away, and not try to get too aggressive as he's trying to break these tackles. Unfortunately, it's going to limit some of the ability that he has.
And Eli Daniels there with a nice tackle on the play. And this is Robert Gavin, cuts it in, goes for about a 5-yard gain.
And we can keep this drive going. What I like about it, Kenny, is the fact that we're going to wear them down. So like Brian spoke about earlier, they do not have a lot of depth. They don't have those subs coming in and out defensively. So if we can get them tired, it'll be to our benefit, and we can get some big yardage on them.
And if we score early, it will take all that momentum they brought from the Braden River last game.
And so for you Southeast fans, number 22, Eli Daniels there, it appears that Eli came to play tonight. He makes a play on this sideline and the next play all the way to the boundary to make the play on a wide pitch play, showing some great speed.
Yeah, this is an improved Southeast team. They have continued to get better. They're well coached, and we're going to get their best effort. They have everything to gain tonight. We have everything to lose. They know that. And you were talking about the rivalry. It goes back to 1957 when these schools were both opened at the same time, and for the longest time it was the game of the year, and then as they got bigger it wasn't the game, and now it's coming back full circle where it's a district game and a rivalry game.
Ryan Pettiferi is over here covering LaJonte Wester in this side of the field, and Kobe Mays is out there wide to the right. They're running the ball straight up the middle, and that's going to be Butler, and he only goes for about a 1-yard gain on the play. And there's a flag after the play. It looks like that one's going to be on the Seminoles.
Yeah, hopefully that's going to be a personal foul. And you saw big number 52, Jordan Taylor, kind of give him a shove there at the end.
Personal foul.
There's your personal foul, so that's going to be a first down for your Palmetto Tigers. Really, the Southeast defense is looking pretty solid in the interior of the line.
Pick it up here.
Everything's clean there.
Something happened there during that little getting up period. I don't know what.
I've seen a lot worse in my life.
Yes.
Nothing there. Now we have a nice looking coverage over here. 2 receivers out here wide to the left. LaJonte Wester goes in motion. Now Xavier takes this one forward for a nice gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, real good hard run again by Zay. I tell you, this really is reminiscent of the Manatee game where we really didn't want to throw the ball. It's risky to throw the ball because it's too wet and the rain's coming down pretty good, Kenny.
Yes.
One thing about it now, you have Dravian Butler over here in the slot on this side, and Williams has a little bit of a shaky exchange there, tucks it and goes for the first down.
Well, the benefits so far with this drive is, yes, the passing game for the moment is probably not in the picture, but we're getting positive yards, even on a broken down, looks like it was play that didn't develop like they wanted. We still ended up getting a nice gain on first down, which is helpful to moving the chains.
Yeah, very wet track out there tonight. And it's going to be one of those situations running your RPO where the quarterback has to get the ball out very quickly. It's going to be very tough to execute this offense. Now, Sajal Hickson cuts it out wide, takes a big hit, goes for about 4-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, one thing that's impressive about Southeast already to me is this defense tackles well. You know, I mean, you're on a wet field, wet uniforms. They swarm to the ball, and they really tackle well. That's something that we haven't seen the last couple of weeks against Sajal.
And Zion Bellamy Bay out there, number 2, did a great job of containing the edge, and he showed that he's got tremendous speed out there on that Seminole defense. Williams takes it, hands it off, and it's going to be Sajal Hickson running. It goes on the ground, but he's got it. Recovers it at the 1-yard line.
Rick, how many times have we seen them run a nice drive and then all the way down there, and we got lucky.
Well, unfortunately, Sajal has been the victim of 2 of those where he's fumbled right there at the goal line or at the 5-yard line, and luckily for us, he's able to recover.
Got to finish this drive. Scoring early is critical in this game, in my opinion.
So in the Asa Power red zone, the Tigers are knocking on the door here at the 2-yard line. Xavier Williams comes up under center on this one. And he's got it with the quarterback sneak, and he caught him off guard there, and he's in for 6.
Touchdown.
There's your touchdown.
Delayed reaction by the referees, but we could see on TigerVision that he was across the line, and really good second drive there by the Tiger offense, and not one pass, not even a screen pass or a quick out pass. They ran that ball the entire drive.
And it's not the quick moving offense that we've seen in the last few weeks, but nevertheless, touchdown, second drive. We scored first. Let's kill their momentum. And
wow.
And I challenge them to score on our offense.
That kick, that was an extra point, but that would have been good from 45, 50 yards on the extra point. Great snap by Braden Nickel, of course, and the hold there by Xavier Williams, but Rafael Gonzalez, the field house back there, or the Tigers' locker, he basically kicked that one into the Tigers' mouth back there.
Yeah, he can keep that football dry if he put it in the locker room. They can save it for the second half. He's really come on and has been a weapon. Talk about having all 3 facets of the game to have a good kicker like that. It's going to be helpful when we get in the postseason.
Hey, guys, I just want to point out real quick, there is a lot of media on the sideline tonight. I just saw SNN, I saw Spectrum, Bradenton Herald's out here, the Big County Preps team is out here. 5 or 6 different organizations out here trying to cover this Palmetto game tonight.
Oh, coming into the press box here, we have 3 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock here. And awaiting the kick from this wet field and get a kick out. A great service with our friends at DeVito's Auto in Palmetto. There's a block in the back there, not called, and a really good return there, which was
there's a flag. Hopefully a delayed flag, but probably not.
That was a block in the back on Tyler Wells there to push him off of containment.
Yeah, you'll pick that up on the TigerVision look. One thing we've got here tonight, we've got the dual pane windows here. We're very fogged in here up in the box. You folks that chose to watch the game on TigerVision tonight, you've got a better look from the TigerVision cameras than we do. So there's your personal foul there on Southeast. So it'll be a first down for the Seminoles. They're going to back them up there. Ball right now is spotted at the 30.
Yeah, let's pick Tyler
so it's
up
go
here.
Back to the 15.
See if it was on him. Right there. There it was.
And then after
something happened here, and I don't know what it was on the personal foul. It's going to be separate than the block in the back.
Right.
But,
so they should get the ball right about the 16-yard line, and they've got it walked off, and they've got the ball. So they'll start on the 16. Your Palmetto Tigers lead 7-0, 3:28 on the clock here.
Yeah. All right, defense.
Huggins awaits. Oh, they're moving around out there on the line of scrimmage from the receiver position. And, boy, great pressure by the Tigers. And here comes Williams chasing him. And he's going to be tackled, standing up. So he's tackled right at the 16-yard line. Gain of about, we'll call it 2 yards on the play.
We have to keep him contained. He is dangerous anywhere. You almost need to spy this guy. He makes them go. When Huggins goes, they're off.
Yeah, and I thought that the plan was to kind of hold the DNs back a little bit and have them spot him, and hasn't worked too well yet. But maybe that's something they'll call here shortly.
Kavion Williams out here, very dangerous from his DN position. Huggins awaits, looks, he throws a quick one out there, and it's high, and it's picked off.
That's one.
Palmetto Tigers return.
Day Hill.
Day Hill. And there's going to be a block downfield, illegal block. There's a touchdown for Day, probably going to come back.
Did they throw the flag?
They threw it after the interception.
I don't see
I don't see a flag on the field.
I think he was thinking about it, but he put it back in his pocket.
Okay, all right, very good. So Day Hill with a great return there.
So he heard the pass, actually just threw it high, and Day just sitting there in right field over there waiting for it, and easy run taking it to the house. So in his Division I skills there as a runner.
If we can go back here, if we can get a spot on the coverage. I mean, everybody is covered up, right? You got Tyler Wells over there, you got Matty White, and then Day just waiting for the pick. I mean, great job defensively by the safeties in the corners there.
Braden Nickel with a snap, Williams with a hold, and Gonzalez drives it through. So your Palmetto Tigers, we've seen over the last few weeks, no one's throwing at the side of Day Hill, and this is one of the reasons why. You'll see that
they're all covered.
Here's the previous play.
This is the previous play, yes.
And there's Kavion Williams getting him out of bounds there, and
right into the camera.
That's some good speed for a big man.
He does move very well. We remember that long touchdown run he had against Largo. I was looking back at the defense, how impressive they've been. The last legitimate touchdown somebody scored on them was Riverview.
That was a long time ago.
That was September 5th. They have not, the first team has not been scored on in 6 weeks. Quite an impressive run.
Yeah, the run that if you look at over the games, the Palmetto Tigers give up only 9 points per game, and that's really the big disparity in this game.
25 takeaways.
Brings it out, very high kick, and he's looking for the crease, and good tackle there. And coming up on that, there's Wester. That's Jalen Wester.
Wester's turn this time. So
by number 21.
You really have to just continue to praise, the coverage team here. I mean, the kickoff team has been just amazing all year. We haven't really had anything dangerous even attempted on a run back. So, and Braden Nickel is a big part of that because of him and the way that he and Jaden get down the field.
And number 2 and number 3, Zion Bellamy Bay and Ty Warren Davis, both of those guys have a lot of shake back there. So great job by the coverage unit.
Great shot of our coaching staff up above us.
Huggins takes it, hands it off. Look at the move there, and he goes for about a 4-yard gain. Really nice-looking run on the play by Chauncey Wilson.
Yeah, Chauncey Wilson, he's another speedy back. He's only about 5'4". I mean, he's really tiny. He kind of reminds you of Bubba Butler. He gets low to the ground, and he's hard to tackle.
Can't find him.
Of Quincy a few years.
Yes.
Super
great
Quincy
call there, Brian. Exactly.
From several years back. So now this time he keeps it, and really nice move there. Huggins has got the edge, and he's tackled. He looks like he's going to be very near that first down. It's going to be play. He didn't get a good spot. I thought he had it, and he did not get the best spot there. He's a yard short.
Yeah, good job by Ellison Bradley to come up here, right here, and make that tackle. If he gets past Ellison here,
It's a nice game. We have to keep this young man contained. He makes their offense go. He had over 300 yards of total offense running and passing last week in that free-for-all against Braden River.
2:21 on the clock. They changed the spot there, and they were right. I thought he did barely make that first down. High snap, and this time he keeps it, and he's tackled after a 2-yard gain. Great play over there.
Who was
trying
that?
to pick up a number from the far side of the field.
Was that Kevion? Was it at the
No, that was a
linebacker or defensive?
I'm trying to pick it up.
40.
Mikkel. That wasn't Mikkel. We're unsure.
Is that number 40?
Number 40, is that Andre
Rentz.
We haven't called his name. He's lined up as a defensive end on the roster.
Now Kendall Reynolds is out here as his DN position. Huggins looks, clutches, and he throws high. Had a receiver right at the first down marker, but he's having a little bit of problem with the wetness of that ball. That ball is sailing on him a little bit tonight.
Yeah, Calvin Clark was there, but I don't know if that would have been a completion. We had black jerseys all in the area once again, but it's going to be difficult to throw this much football. And I'm really surprised that they're even attempting right now because it's going to have to be short and quick here.
Yeah, I would not want to throw to the middle of the field short because it will sail tonight, and that's really how the Tigers picked up that first interception by Day Hill. Now high snap for Huggins. Now he's looking for the corner out there, steps inside. Good play there. He's going to be right at the marker again, and I think he's right at the mark.
He's very good at moving those chains. He kind of reminds me of Tebow that way. Completely different player, but
first down.
Tebow was known for moving those chains back in the day with the Gators, and he makes them go. We have to keep him contained.
Now another high snap, and this time it's Wilson. He makes a nice cut, and he goes for about an 8-yard gain on the play.
Chauncey Wilson with a nice carry on the left side.
They're picking this up early. The Southeast Seminoles are doing a very effective job in the middle of the field right now. Is where they're finding the soft spot on this Tiger defense. This time the Tigers creep up. He breaks that for the first down, goes for another gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, so we're going to have to tighten this up a little bit. Or they're just going to do like we did and just run the ball down our throat. Right now we're not getting a big push up front from our big D lineman.
49 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter as Huggins awaits the snap. 2 receivers on both sides, and he hands that one off, and there's a big hit by Wyatt in the middle of the field. And 22.
And a late flag.
Eli Daniels had the ball there.
We have a
flag on the field.
Flag came
from the area usually of a holding or a face mask.
Looked like Braden Nichols coming in late.
Oh, man.
Made some contact with somebody in the pile. I think that's what the call was.
Okay, so they caught Braden Nickel coming in there, and there's the 15-yard penalty. There's 38 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first quarter. The Seminoles are driving.
Yeah, he's on the replay. He said, I'm innocent. The flag was already thrown.
Huggins looking toward this wide side of the field. And takes it, draw back, looks the middle, and good coverage out there off the fingertips of the receiver. Incomplete pass, so that brings up a 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at 21.
Yeah, and that's going to be number 44 again. That's going to be Mikkel Brown on the coverage. Good job by him.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Tiger fans out there braving the rain tonight. Good crowd.
Ball's at the 27-yard line. He fakes it and slips, and so that's going to be a loss of the play. Getting credited with the sack is going to be Williams back there. No, actually, that's number 17, which is Quentin Rue. Gets credit for the sack. That was the easiest sack that he's going to get.
This is a big play for the Seminoles. If they don't score here, it's only going to get harder for them with the this commercial.
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. We're excited to be back for another season of Palmetto football and TigerVision. Good luck this year and go Tigers!
Touchdown!
Every day, 192 people in the U.S. die from drug overdose, but they don't have to. In Florida, if you're trying to save the life of another person, you're protected from prosecution by the Good Samaritan Act.
You just saved her life.
Huggins is awaiting the snap. The ball is on the 32-yard line. Palmetto Tigers shifting things around on defense. 4-man front there. And so there's a timeout Southeast on a very important third down play. It's third and about, we'll call it 14, 15 yards on the play.
Yeah, a lot of confusion by the receiving core there. They had trips on the left, and they were moving to the left and then moving to the right. They didn't know where to go. Coach decided to take a timeout, get everybody lined up properly. So it's one of those deals where it's better just to go ahead and
that's what timeouts are for.
Get everything right before you take a chance.
Clock minute. Like I said, this is a critical. The later and later they try to as they get possessions, it's going to get harder and harder for them to score. And if we get one or two more scores up in here, it could get pretty ugly quick.
We got Troy Bellamy up here tonight. Troy, probably a good night to be up here with us, right?
Always good to see Troy Bellamy up here on the stats.
Troy on the stats tonight, and he's didn't bring the laptop in the rain out there. He had a earlier engagement down there on the field, and so he's kicking it old school with pencil and paper up here. Huggins awaits the snap, and they're moved. They're all over the place, and that's going to be a false start on the Seminoles. It's going to back them up another 5.
I think they're obviously in a pass situation, and they know it's critical, and they have to convert here.
Oh, and you hate that. Coming out of the timeout, you had the 2 receivers on the far side of the field going into a go route, probably going to throw something underneath like a little drag route crosser. Both the outside receivers had cleared the field to that side, but coming out of that timeout, they had a special play called there, and hate to see that coming out of the timeout for the Seminoles.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate to get a penalty after timeout.
Yeah,
the official getting those knee pads down. One of the Southeast receivers.
All right, so a little bit of an equipment adjustment here. Going to start this second quarter off here. We haven't had the clock move at all. Now Huggins looks, and then Big Rue is chasing him back there. Blocking the back, no call. And he rolls, throws it out there late, and good coverage out there. So that brings up a 4th and long.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here, gentlemen. Do you punt and make us go 90 yards or go for it?
Yeah, you see, this is the scary part about Huggins. So Kevion Williams, he breaks containment on the edge. He thinks he has him. He doesn't. He's wide open here. He decides to make a throw because he knows he's not going to pick up the first down. But that's what's so scary about that kid.
Yeah, he's definitely a dual threat, and we want him to throw the ball. He's not a bad passer, but if he's got pressure on him, he'll force it.
But Crawford had him pinned on the boundary, and Dozier was coming in the middle. Oh, boy. Oh, should have blocked that one.
That's going to be for negative yards.
It's going to be picked up there.
Punter, is that the punter?
Yeah, that was the punter. Hernan Gonzalez Herrera with a 0-yard punt, and he got credited for downing the ball there.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. I've never had to down my own punt. I've shanked a few in my life.
Okay, if he did not get a piece of it, can you pick it up and run it, Ken? Tom Porter.
I don't know.
No. Let's. We all know the answer to this. Tom Porter down there on the sideline. The punter punts the ball. It's down on the ground. He picks it up and attempts to advance it. Can he do that, Tom?
I think he's right.
Because you did it once.
I think you're right, Tom Porter.
I thought we may have had a finger on it, partially blocked, so he can pick it up and run. But let's see. Now it's going to be Sajel Hickson. Nice block out there, and he's got the edge.
We've got
First
flags.
down, got the holding.
Hey, I think every referee threw a flag on that, so obviously there's going to be a hold.
So you had big Ryan Cotton out there pulling around the edge. Flag is thrown, blocking the back.
Yeah.
That's the first one they've called all night. We've had two they missed.
Yeah, there's been a couple out there.
So they come along
maybe
here.
It was back there, yeah. There's the flags coming, like y'all said.
Yeah, and Gonzalez Herrera is listed as a linebacker / punter. And so that's unusual to have a linebacker back there punting the ball. And, that looks like Butler doing his thing. And he goes for about 3 yards there. That had to be Butler, right? Let's see.
Yeah, it was his turn in the rotation.
It was Bubba.
Yeah, he does some really ridiculous stuff. If you've watched the Palmetto Tigers over the years, Dravian Butler has some crazy wiggle. Now it's Sajal Hickson. Great cut. Drives forward. Picks up
what a great
about
cutback.
9 yards there.
What a great cutback on this soggy field. That was amazing.
And he gets better every week, too, and makes this a manageable third down for the offense.
Now Robert Gavin is in the backfield back there now with Xavier Williams, and you have LaJonte Wester over here with CT Magic, Curtis Thomas wide right on the right. Looked like we moved just a little bit early. Gavin's driving forward. He doesn't make it. He's going to be short by about 3 yards of the first down. Brings up a 4th and 3. Palmetto Tigers have the ball spotted at the 45.
That was all Gavin on that one, Rick.
Really
he was caught
yeah.
in the backfield, and he just made the best of it. So they're going for it, looks like.
They're trying to draw him off sides here, Ken.
I agree.
9:56. Southeast looks like they're going to maintain their discipline here. Tigers trying to draw them offside here. And look at here. They go out and play. Zay Williams throws it out there. First down. And so LaJonte Wester goes, and the ball was on the ground. So Southeast recovers.
Wow.
LaJonte Wester with a first down.
Is that Bubba?
It was.
It was Bubba.
Bubba in the slot.
Guys, it looked like they held him off the ground long enough to strip the ball. They were underneath him. He didn't actually go down.
So Bubba Butler trying to do his thing and maintain his balance there. Let's get a look here on TigerVision. You know, we've seen him spin over other players over the years, and as you can see, he drives forward. The ball's out right there.
Right there.
A great play by the defender here. We'll pick up a number there. But
number 2, and
it was a digit 18, I believe, and that was Brian Davis back there. Southeast Seminoles have the ball at the 32-yard line. Hands it off to Wilson, and he's got a big hit there, and it goes for about a gain of about a yard on the play. Let's give him 2 yards on the play.
Bubba here on the replay, he hits plenty for the first down, just needs to get on the ground, and just looks like they took the ball out of his hands. That thing's wet tonight.
Can't carry it loose.
That's right.
9:15 on the clock. And he fakes it. He's keeping it, looking for the edge. And Palmetto ball's out. That was Mikel Brown that forced the fumble there. That's Mikel Brown with a fumble forced. And it is recovered by Southeast, so it's a big loss on the play. But watch Mikel Brown, number 44, knife in there, and he's forced a lot of fumbles this year, guys.
He has made some big plays, like you just said, Brian.
The Manatee game, on the goal line, and
the goal line and the pick. Your
Riverview game, he had a forced fumble. He has them just about every week. So now it is 3rd and 13 for the Seminoles. 8:37 on the clock. Interesting wrinkle out here. Braden Nickel in press coverage out here on the slot back. He's got him loose down the sideline, cuts underneath that, and that one is picked off.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 22.
That's Jaquez Hughes.
That's another pick for 2 games
in a row now.
Boys, I don't know if you can see that from your angle. The ball hit the receiver in the chest, popped right over into the hands of the defensive back. I mean, there was no strip. It just popped right into his hands.
Jaquez Hughes. We got a good look at it here, Tom, and then Jaquez Hughes. He had the most amazing return on an interception last week. If you burn that one back, but Jaquez Hughes,
pretty, yes.
He's gifted. Watch him here, just following that.
Follow him.
Keeping his eyes down the field. Perfect pass there, incomplete. And
right off of Tywarren Davis.
And that's the second pick. Putting them making them throw the ball is what we want.
Pistol formation for the Tigers. You got Kobe Mays on the right sideline. Sajal Hickson.
Another flag on the side, Judge Brian.
So
that's probably against us.
That's probably a false start on the Tigers. Let's see. Penalties on the far
like a sideline warning.
Sideline warning on the Tigers from the other side of the field.
27 turnovers by the defense.
Tom Porter, step away from that sideline so we don't pick that next one that'll count.
I'll try. My head's probably hanging over. That's what it is.
Well, yeah. That's a 9.5 size hat that you got there, Tom.
Back up on the track. Get on the track.
All right, 7:43 on the clock. And Xavier Williams takes it for a right to about, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
You know, the defensive front for the Seminoles have done a great job containing our tailbacks. You know, Sajal is very, very difficult to bring down, and we're throwing everything we have at them right now. And the only thing that we can hope for is that we just tire them out.
Absolutely. And eventually it will happen. But they are playing. They're keeping them in the game for sure. Hats off to their defense anchored by that line.
7:04 on the clock. It's 3rd and 11 for your Palmetto Tigers. Williams looks, throws out there. Good coverage out there. And it's incomplete pass. Trying to make his cut before he caught the ball was Butler out there.
Almost that same route that same pass pattern they ran when he got the first down and fumbled. So they're going to stay with him. They know he's very capable. And so what do we got? A 4th and 11 here on go for it.
I think they're going to kick it.
Kick it.
Yeah,
Rafael Gonzalez is out there.
46 yards on a wet field here. Let's see what he can do.
Yep, so lining up for the 46-yard, and there's a flag.
This might nullify it.
So it's going to back them up again. The Tigers backing up in the 5.
That might change it.
Well, if you looked at the extra point on the last series against the Wind where Rafael kicked it into the Tigers' mouth back there.
He's got the wind at his back, looking out above the Jumbotron with the American flag. It's
How do you get unsportsmanlike contact when you're lining up to kick a field goal? You got to be running your mouth.
I tell you what, there's some confidence because Javier was going to stay out there. You know, he's going to go out there and punt, but he was ready, you know, to go out there and kick a 60-yard field goal. He was serious. But 15-yard flag there, unsportsmanlike.
I don't think I've ever seen unsportsmanlike just lining up,
pre-snap,
kick a field goal.
Pre-snap.
Yeah, pre-snap.
That's a talk. You know, something said on the field out there.
So we're not going to kick a 62.
So Gonzalez takes it, and he fires it out of there. It's a nice punt. He's got reverse English on it, and it checks up, but it's about 3 yards deep into the end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Seminoles.
Just needed to take a little bit off that. Great punt. They'll get it on the 20.
Well, I know it's a lot easier said than done, but, you know, they have some good pressure coming off the edge as well, so he's just trying to get it off, you know, and let's get that thing out of here and get the defense on the field. But once again, that defense for the Seminoles have played really, really well, and you know they definitely are a much improved team from last year. There's no doubt about it.
They have kept them in the team, and to the point with the punt, that's the worst thing that could happen right now is a block punt to give them any type of great field position and getting them back in the game.
Tyler Wells and Day Hill are on this side. The slot receiver is going to be a bubble screen there. He throws it out there to him. Good closure by the Palmetto Tiger defense. They're going to have an illegal block.
I think we may have a hold there on Tyler.
Yes, I think you're right.
It's going to be blocking the back or,
I believe it's a hold right there on Tyler Wells.
Yep. So that's going to back him up. Really,
my first clue is that half of his jersey was ripped off.
And even despite getting held, Tyler held his ground and forced him in like he's supposed to, and despite the penalty.
Hey, guys, that earlier penalty on sportsmanlike was on number 55, Ryan Cotton. He has been chippy with someone on that defensive line all night. I saw one time he was down on top of him and giving him the business on the ground. So got a little something brewing there.
That's, everybody across the line in the scrimmage here, you've played together all your life, and that's going to happen in a Palmetto versus Southeast game. 6:27 on the clock. Huggins awaits. They look like they moved a little. Nice play by Ormsby in there, right?
That receiver Number 3, Ty Warren Davis. He was leaning like the. He was leaning and trying to stay up.
That's Jalen Wester that comes up with a big play. Jalen's got those pink.
He's styling tonight. Breast
on his
Cancer Awareness
sleeves.
Month.
A different look, and with those long pink socks, Jalen Wester.
Time for a turnover.
High snap. Wester breaks through clean on that when they go inside of that for very little gain on the play. So that brings up a tough situation for the Noles here. 3rd and about 16 yards.
Our opportunistic defense has a great opportunity to make a big play here, forcing them to throw again.
5:34 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers back there. Jaquez Hughes back there in the safety position awaits.
Well, he is moving over there. Those receivers are.
And that's Huggins, and they
there
nowhere to go.
There we go. There's Quentin. There's
number 34.
Number 34 there
is Jordan Renault back there.
Let me tell you, and that's not easy.
Man,
that is not easy getting Huggins down. And we've done a really decent job here tonight of making sure that we contain him. Like you said earlier, I mean, that Braden River game was almost won because of him.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you could see Jalen Wester in great position there, and 4:47 on the clock.
Let's see if we get some pressure on him here.
And there's the punt. Gets it off. It's another bad one. It's going to go for about. And this one's going backwards again.
Get away from it.
And it's going to be.
It's like the 8-yard line.
So that was a negative 4-yard punt, right, Ken?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
back-to-back negative punts.
And just like you guys were talking about, and Coach Robbie was talking about this to the punt team, that they are going to put pressure in this punter's face all night. And you can see he's like a deer in the headlights, just trying to get that ball anywhere. So there's about negative 8 yards for the last 2 punts. The punts are not very good, Kenny. I know that drives you crazy, but we'll take it tonight.
Oh, we'll take it, especially when it's the other team.
So
we need to take advantage of this very, very short field. It doesn't get any shorter than this.
It's nice when you're waiting to return a punt and you end up in the ASA Power red zone. And you know to start your series.
You know how close we were for almost just jumping on the ball and scoring a touchdown on that?
Very.
It almost went into the end zone.
It did, yes.
The kickers had to recover both of his punts.
What would have happened if he downed it as a safety? Or?
So Zay Williams looks. Now he throws wide open receiver, and that's going to be Kevion Williams.
Kevion Williams.
The good old tight end.
That tight end just right down the seam. Reminisces of Braden River.
Right out of the Braden River playbook. I was just thinking that, Rick. Yes, we utilized that play just right when we needed it. It's perfect. It's a great call.
So here it is. He fakes a little inside handoff. Tight ends. There's 2 tight ends going there. You got to pick one of them. And as we saw, you had 17 there. We had Williams, and we also had number 17, which is Quentin Rue. And so as a safety, you have to pick one and
throw to the other.
Go 50-50 and hope for the best.
So think about this, guys. They bring in Quentin and Kevion are our 2 defensive ends. They bring them in offensively. Both of them play tight end. I mean,
nice.
We have some athletes here on this field, and both of them can play tight end just as well as the other one. I mean, they're that good.
Yeah, and if you're watching from outside, you're thinking, well, yeah, but how big are they? They're 6'3", 6'4", and they're about 235 to 245 pounds.
Just the right size, and they're athletic. They can run, and a mismatch.
So I'll tell you what I love about this offense this year as they're running off the field here. In years past here and in many schools, some of the offensive coaches are predetermined what they're going to play. They want to do what they do, and they don't adjust. Coach Stolt does a great job of reading what the defense is giving us and throwing to that tight end that we don't use very often and making the plays and not being stuck in the same screen pass or jet sweep all the time. He's doing a great job.
Very good observation there, and you saw the points there. The Tigers are leading this one now. It says 20-0 on the board, but on the TigerVision broadcast, it's right here. That kick was up and good. It was snapped there by Braden Nickel. The hold there by Williams, and the kick by Rafael Gonzalez. Speaking of kicks, get a kick out of good service from our friends at DeVito's Auto in Ellenton. And Pettifair looks at this one and drives it over his head. So your Palmetto Tigers are winning this one 21-0 with 4:30 on the clock.
And we're wearing that their line down, and it's like I said, it's going to get more and more difficult for them to even try to get back in this game.
Well, the big thing here tonight, unlike what happened last week against Bradenton River, we have to stay focused for the entire game, right? For 48 minutes here, we cannot start to look at this 21-0 score and think we can just cruise in the rest of the way, because they'll score 21 points in 3 minutes.
And one thing about
last week, yeah, absolutely.
The coaching staff with Timmons over there, we've seen some teams quit. The Pinellas Park, in the when things weren't going the way. This Southeast team will not quit as long as Timmons is the coach on this group. You're not going to see them lay down and give up in a game.
Of course, Coach Timmons, coached by Coach Marino. So, a lot of that was instilled by Coach Marino back in the glory days of Southeast.
Thanks very much, Tom. That brings up a 2nd and we'll call it 8 here for Huggins. 4:04 on the clock. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Day Hill slipping out here in his corner coverage. He's coming, and this will be interesting to see. Great play. Oh, my goodness.
Mikkel?
That's Mikkel Brown.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's Mikkel Brown.
Coming from the linebacker. Great
Once again,
open field.
It's not easy to make an open field tackle on Huggins, and he just wraps him up. Textbook right here. Boom.
Surprising speed there out of your Mike linebacker. It's not fair. Mikkel Brown back there. 3 minutes and 26 on the clock. Huggins looks down the field, runs a little out here. A good catch over there on the sideline. And that was number 8 there. That is Galen Washington.
And Galen's mother works for you. That's what.
Yes.
Yeah, Greg Washington works for me. And his mom works for you.
Yes, she does.
3rd and 3 for the Noles here. Seminoles with 3rd and 2, we'll call it here.
We were trying to convince her to
hold on
call
a
him 7 when he was born.
Is it not 4th down?
It is 4th down.
Okay.
It should be.
Yeah, they didn't have it on the scoreboard or the sidelines.
Or now it's 1st down. So did they pick up
he did pick up the first down on the mark there. Good spot over there. Ormsby's there.
Great, just swarming. Everybody's in there. Ormsby starts it.
Yeah, just a stalemate. Once he hit Ormsby there, nowhere to go. So
listen, I'm not sure what happened there, but
okay,
that's Tiger ball, boys.
It was 4th down.
That was 4th and short. What's happening here? The scoreboard, the markers, things were changed there. We thought maybe he got a really good spot on there and got the 1st down, but he was short, so they went for it on 4th down.
Which makes that stop even more impressive.
Yeah,
and we didn't get to enjoy how valuable that stop was.
The down marker flipped it over to 1st down.
He flipped it over 4 times as we were watching him. We didn't know what to do.
So Palmetto Tigers have the ball now, and he throws it out here, and that's going to be Curtis Thomas. Great tackle there. Coming up there is number 22 on the play, and that was a good play by Eli Daniels over there.
Yeah, we called his name a couple of times. A great open field tackling on CT Magic there.
Now he's on the other side of the field. He gets blocked over there, and that's Sajel Hickson's got the edge, and he's on the sideline down to the 1.
Yeah, there's Sajel Hickson right there at his finest. That's what we're used to seeing, and we know, Sajel, you got to protect that ball, but way to get the edge here. Good blocks by our receivers. There's Jonte, there's Kobe, just getting hands on bodies and giving him that opportunity to get around that edge.
And that is LaJonte Wester with a fine block there. Tigers go forward for no gain on this play. So here in the Asa Power red zone, Tigers are knocking on the door, 2nd and goal.
Tom, is it still raining out there?
Actually, it just let up about a minute ago.
Thanks, Tom. Zorian Gathers is out there wide on the left side. It's a quarterback sneak once again. They caught him off guard, and it is in for 6.
There he is. Good job. Zay Williams just pushed through there. He's a big kid, and sometimes you forget how strong he is, but he just powered through that defense in front for the Seminoles. And once again, we are forcing our will here. We are taking over the game really since that first drive, Kenny.
Right. It's important to score early and often and wear these guys down, executing the game plan to perfection.
There is the kick by Gonzalez. It is up and good. So your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 28-0.
It was about this time last week, right before half. It was about this score when they started their run. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, and I you know that the coaches are well aware of that, and I'm sure that they have just pounded that into the heads of these Tiger players that you cannot think that you have this game won until that last second ticks off there in the fourth quarter. You have to play hard for all 4 quarters, because I honestly believe that, like many of us would, Bradenton River just thought they had it. I mean, they were they were in control of that game, and they really were getting no pushback from the Seminoles. And then all of a sudden, like lightning, they're almost in position to lose.
Yeah, they had a chance, a shot on the last series. Now Braden Nickel is hustling off here. Palmetto Tigers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're short out there.
So get back in there. There you go.
So Braden Nickel hustles back down there. Now he's going to be on the outside. Generally, Braden Nichols is right there by Jalen Wester. Jalen Wester, look for number 21 to make a play here with Gavin 25. It's a high driving kick, and that one's out of the end zone.
What a weapon Rafael Gonzalez has become. I mean, this is easy for us to sit up here and think about how good he's become, because we've been able to watch him progress. But this is a wet field, and your plant foot can slip, and that kick can go 10 yards. And he is just so dominant on any field conditions that we have played on up to this point. And I don't want to take him for granted, because he is a true joy to watch every Friday night.
And the Seminoles have this one 1st and 10, a minute 42. They're coming off their own 20-yard line. High snap for Huggins. He looks now. He's trying to find a crease, and he's tackled there by a host of Tigers.
We may have a face mask or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell, but his helmet did come off. We saw a hand close to the face mask, but
Jordan Renard was clapping, but
not really sure.
Face mask, you called it, Rick.
Face mask on the Tigers. Is going to be a first to give them enough yardage to be a first down here. Let's see, ball
right
there.
I'm surprised that the ref even saw that, but good job by him, because it was obvious. And those are the kind of things that we really can't do. I know we're up 28-0. We can't give them any momentum.
Now they've got the ball on the 28-yard line. High snap again. Huggins makes a great play to get it to the back, and it's going to go for about we'll call it about a 3-yard gain.
They're trying to establish a run, but they're not having very much luck with it. They're just shutting it down.
There was a lot of talk going on the field pre-warm-up, and
another high snap. And that's going to be Wilson. Shakes off a tackle initially, but great play by that Palmetto Tiger defense.
Yeah, so Quentin Rue gets in there and almost makes a tackle, but does slow him down so we can get some bodies on him. But Chauncey Wilson is hard to bring down. I mean, you look at him, he's like a little bowling ball. His legs are powerful. You can see him. He has big thighs.
Looks like he's limping, too.
He's a good back. Chauncey Wilson. There's a good snap. And there's he got hit as he was handing that one off.
Oh man, what a move!
And really nice move, but you had to look as Huggins back there took an awkward step back there. No, actually number 7. That was Wilson. That I thought he had blown out a knee back there. Great to see him looking fine here. 18 seconds on the clock. And he fakes it to Wilson, and this time the Palmetto Tigers. There's another face mask.
Wow,
they should
just want to get out of this half here with this drive being over.
With 10 seconds.
Like holding there, boys.
Holding, 10 seconds on the clock.
No, they're calling face mask.
Another face mask.
Thanks for that accurate call there, Tom.
Well, since you're talking about accurate information here, the best thing about having all my buddies listening at home is I just got fact-checked by Shelton Bruton. Standout quarterback at Palmetto that I attempted to block for. It was actually Paul Meckley, who was the coach of,
How about that?
of the Southeast coach tonight, not Dave Marino.
It's all right.
Dave
Third one. Clock is running here. And the clocks go down to 0. It's all right, Tom. I say a few thousand words a game, and I do pronounce Ellington and Bradenton wrong, and I'm corrected every week.
You do have Asa Power down, so.
It's Asa Power.
Oh, look
Asa.
at that. Look at that. I was testing you.
Now, as
Rick, have fun down there.
Rick's got to go down there. Tyler Wells is on the homecoming
Halftime
court, so it brings up to the
sheriff.
halftime festivities. And Troy has been taking some information down for us here. Troy, you got us with some statistics?
Every day, 192 people in the U.S. die from drug overdose, but they don't have to. In Florida, if you're trying to save the life of another person, you're protected from prosecution by the Good Samaritan Act.
You just saved her life.
Hi, I'm Shirley Gruber-Bryant. I'm the mayor of the city of Palmetto, and I'm proud to be a TigerVision fan and join us, one town, one team in Palmetto.
Hey, Tiger fans. We're back here for the halftime show, here with Rachel Kinzier. How are you doing? I'm doing well. You guys want to talk about a little something tonight going on with the trip to Tallahassee? What you tell us about it?
Okay, so we have Take the Tigers to Tally, and you're going to come across your screen, and we've got the cheerleaders. We're out there with a poster, and so we're really trying to rally together to take the Tigers to Tally. And you're going to see the number on your screen, and that number is 14096 Tigers. That again is 14096844377. So when you see that, you just text that. You text donate, and then it will send you and it'll link you through how you can donate, and whatever you can give would be fantastic. I think it's important to understand that they when scheduling this, they thought they would have a certain amount in the budget, and then we do know how that goes, don't we, Jen? And so we thought we had it in the budget, and they just, what they did, and they really just came into some unforeseen circumstances and some expenditures they didn't expect. So, and we have to do this to continue to increase the rating, so we stay number one in the state. And I know that that's one of the reasons why. So it's just important to go ahead. If you can give anything small, anything large, whatever you can give would be fantastic and most appreciated. So again, you're going to see that number. So help take the Tigers to Tally. That is 14096 Tigers. So we really appreciate it. And they're going to leave next Thursday, go up, tour UF, stay in Gainesville, then go to on Thursday night, stay in Gainesville on Thursday night, tour UF, and then on Friday head on up. They're going to tour FSU and then get ready for the game, and then come back, I guess, on Friday. But so we've got a good, so that's what we're working on.
What a great idea to have the kids go tour UF and FSU. Go Noles. Sorry, guys. But what a great idea. You say unforeseen things. This is public school. There's unforeseen things all the time. You guys both know that very well. But some positive things. We talk about one town, one team. Jordan Varnador came up with that. I love that one town, one team slogan. And, you think about the fact that, the community got together and decided, hey, we need to raise some funds for these guys. How about Coach Marino being nominated and winning the Tampa Bay Buccaneer Coach of the Week? He got a couple $1,000, I think, for that. So that money will help as well. But it epitophizes, that's not the right word, but Palmetto and, the fact that we stick together. We've always felt that way. We've always said it. I hate to beat a dead horse, but, we have more of the community feel than any other area in Manatee County. Hands down. Always find a way. And it's important to give, and we want everybody at home to know that this money is going for a good reason. This isn't just some luxury trip, and the fact that we can fit in these tours in there is amazing.
I also wanted to point out first, yes, we talked about this before pregame, that as much as we all love football, we all love sports, it is about the academics. So this gives a touch of that for the kids to be able to see those universities. And the other thing was that again, this is helping them get experiences and see. So with the ACE program that's here, and we have so many of our kids who are involved, not just in the advanced studies program, but that are in the advanced study program that are in girls basketball, that are in soccer, that are in golf, and cheerleading, and all of the different things that are offered. So it's important for them to see that and get a taste of it. So I think that's important.
And speaking of golf, great news this week. Both our boys placed second in district, so they're advancing to regionals. They'll be playing in Naples on Monday in the regional tournament. And also our girls team got second in districts, and they're also playing in Naples in regionals on Tuesday. So I think the gentlemen are taking 5 golfers and the ladies taking 4. So that's exciting. It's a first in a long time for Palmetto, I can tell you, too. Advance on past districts as a team. And then, of course, we had homecoming this week. The kids have been very exciting. And, right behind us, they're actually announcing homecoming court and soon to crown the new king and queen and prince and princess. I'm kind of got an ear over there listening for it, so we can tell you all who it is. But touching back, Tom, on that one town, one team thing, it was really cool today. I mean, it warms my heart walking through the halls, and the kids, the fun thing for them is they paint their legs, they paint their arms, they paint their faces. But I saw a lot of the hashtag one town, one team go. Yes, I know, exactly. It was so exciting. I'm like, woo! It's good. They get it. It's really cool. And I would say I saw the most participation that I've seen from homecoming, especially on Spirit Day today, than I've seen in a long time. The kids were stoked, and it really kind of brings them all together. There was a pep rally. We did a pep rally, introduced the football players today at lunch. That was exciting. That was, their showcase moment in front of their peers. But yeah, it was a great week. Next week we got to get a little more back on track because they were hyped.
I was going to piggyback. There's one thing I forgot to say, is that if we win tonight, which I am hoping we're going to stay on that track, looking like we are, stay on that track, and if we win next week, then it increases our rankings, which also then, I'm going to probably say it wrong, but it ensures that we have the games for district playoffs. So that's a huge, huge piece too. So if you can, again, donate, and the number will come across. If we win tonight, it increases those rankings, and then it will, I'm not sure I'm going to say ensure it, but it does increase. I think it's supposed to have the home team playoff, because again, that is our one town, one team, and when we do it right, and we do it with a lot of love. So I just wanted to point that out, that's another reason to get the boys. Yeah, to get the boys to tally.
I know Kenny covered it last week, but the basic idea behind the RPI is your winning percentage is a third, the winning percentage of your opponents is a third, and the winning percentage of their opponents is a third. So every big game counts, playing big teams. Some people may wonder why we're going all the way to Tallahassee. A lot of talent here. Well, they're a pretty good talented team, and to get that there, next year they're coming to us. It's a home and away series, so it's definitely going to boost our status in the state. If we finish the number one team in the state, we will get every home game at home. So it's all about your seed. And if you're the number one seed going in the entire state, let alone in 6A, you're going to get every single one of those. I just wanted to point out real quick, you were talking about the homecoming festivities, and I know for me, it seems like it was just a couple years ago. I was out here painting Tiger paws on the road with all the other seniors in 1994. It's been a little while since then, just the other decade. Tonight, 1994, this is our, hold on a second. Homecoming Prince, Trace Goforth, baseball player. There you go. But 1994, the class of 1994 having their 25-year reunion tonight. Have a barbecue earlier today. They're going to be, at a local establishment here tomorrow night. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not. 1979, Kenny Ansbro. Very cool. Very cool.
Our 2019 princess is
2019 princess
Jamira Condry.
Jamira Condry. All right, common spell. You know, when you were talking about the festivities today and announcing all the players at lunch, I saw a video on Facebook. And my goodness, I giggled. I watched it 3 or 4 times. And just picture in your mind, if you haven't seen it yet, Tiger fans, the players and students all around the courtyard by the cafeteria there, and they're all yelling, and there's some music playing, and all of a sudden, Coach Marino starts doing something. I'm not going to say he was dancing. Maybe that's New Jersey dancing. I don't know, but he was doing something. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but the kids sure got a kick out of that. And, it's just what a great feeling. Homecoming, it means so much to the kids, coming up through, and especially the seniors. Did you dance?
No, that was not my ticket to fame.
The 2019
in the courtyard. That's
homecoming king is
Homecoming king.
Kendall Reynolds.
Kendall Reynolds. All right.
All right, I don't know Kendall Reynolds, but good job, buddy. Football. Oh, that Kendall Reynolds. Okay. Oh, okay, I got you. Very nice. Very nice. So as we wait here for the queen to be announced, I'm assuming now. We're going to announce her right this second. Again, just want to hit it back, guys. It's a great opportunity for you to help send the Tigers to Tallahassee to play in this big, important game to help us get a home game.
Introduce you to our 2019,
all right, 2019
Palmetto High School homecoming queen.
Homecoming queen.
Caitlin Barkey.
Caitlin Barkey. All right. Volleyball. A lot of athletes tonight. A lot of athletes. All right, guys. We want to just say, thank you, guys. If you get a chance, donate. Send these kids to Tallahassee, and let's get a good show for TigerVision next week. And let's get it done, guys.
Congratulations to everyone who participated in our homecoming festivities. Thank you, and as always, go Tigers!
Hey guys, it's Alan Conley from Conley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
This is Brian Varnador back in the press box, and we're going to turn it over now to our statistician, Mr. Troy Bellamy.
Happy homecoming here, Tiger fans. Welcome back here for halftime statistics. The score is a little bit deceiving. It's 28-0. You would think that, again, the offense is being, as usual, overly productive self and explosive self, which they've been very efficient. Xavier Williams right now has only thrown the ball 5 times. He's 3 for 5, but he does have a touchdown for 23 yards here and a short touchdown to Kevion Williams early in the first half. Sajal Hickson is running the ball very well. He has a total of 64 yards on about 11 carries at this point. And Xavier Williams has kept the ball himself for a few yards and has gained some yards. So we're about at 100 yards of total offense, but we've been helped by the defense as well again. Day Hill with a big interception that added to our lead. Big play by him, and then there was some fortuitous field position that we were able to obtain. Southeast had a couple of rough punts that actually went for negative yardage and put us in scoring position. We were able to capitalize, and therefore you have the 28-0 halftime lead here on homecoming here at Harley Stadium. So I'm sure that all the alumni and fans and family and friends that came here to celebrate the halftime festivities and the homecoming festivities are very pleased that we are up 28-0, but there is a caveat with that. We saw that last week the same Southeast team was down to Braden River, and they fought their way back and made it a close game. So we cannot rest on our laurels. As we've seen all year, our coaches have been able to keep the team focused on playing better in the second half. So actually we're looking for more offense. We're looking for more big plays in the second half. Again, this is another great test for us playing in inclement weather. We started the season off in inclement weather for a couple weeks, which slowed down the production of the offense, but then we were able to be efficient. We cut down on turnovers. We moved the ball, and of course the defense, this really, really tough, rugged defense, gives no quarter. They only let teams play between the 30s, and they shut it down after that. We've not been turning the ball over. We had a little, and that's to be expected. We had some untimely penalties here in the first half. We got about 75 to 80 yards in penalties, a variety of defensive, face masks and things like that when you're trying to get a grip here as the ball is slippery, the players are slippery. But I think we've done an excellent job of maintaining our poise and composure, and we're moving the ball when we have opportunities. And again, the defense has put us in positions so that we can take advantage of mistakes and miscues by the opponents. So with that being said, again, here in the first half, the Tigers lead 28-0. Let's look forward to more second half action. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks very much, Troy. The Tigers, first of all, I wanted to say, Rick Wells, you look beautiful out there on the field. You and Tyler were out there.
Thank you. It's very emotional. I'm losing my baby.
That's right.
He's going up on me. So that was good for his mom and I to be a part of. So I really want hats off to the entire Palmetto staff to even pull this off tonight with this weather. I know they were wondering if they were going to be able to get it in before the game even started, but good job to allow those kids to come out here and just to acknowledge how great they are, because all those kids that were nominated are really great kids, and just really good to be a part of it.
Shout out, I have 2 nephews watching. My son Chad texts me up here. Luke Bussell, of course, he helps his dad when he's here doing the spotting. He is in North Carolina watching TigerVision. And a nephew, Kevin Bussell, is in Oklahoma. He's serving our country in the Army. He is tuning in there tonight. So welcome. Glad to have you guys with us.
Columbia, South Carolina. Michael Kinley is up there. He's preparing for that South Carolina, Florida. He's a South Carolina Gamecock fan. He's up there in Columbia, South Carolina. And excited to.
They had a big win last week.
Yeah, they did pretty good against Georgia last week, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
A big win.
A big game with the Gators.
Now you'll see we've about a minute and we'll call it 50 seconds here before the Tigers kick off. Really impressive in most phases of the games. With a little bit shaky exchanges with the wet ball, field conditions out there. We talked before this game. We started the game early. For some of you probably jumped in there at 7:30 with the inclement weather. It's actually quite beautiful out there. We thought it would be, by the third and fourth quarter, they may be calling the game with a storm that's coming up.
I really would, if I was a betting man, I would have bet that we would not finish this game. We still have a long way to go here, but just the fact that we have made it into the second half, and hopefully we can get this game in, we can come out of here with a win and focus on Tallahassee next week. But we have a long way to go, gentlemen, and we know that this is an explosive offense for the Seminoles.
Yeah, see, on TigerVision, we saw Brooke Corbin down there along with Stephanie Waldo. And now there's a short kick, a nice kick, and this is intentional. It's fielded at the 10-yard line. He's got it trying to hit the outside, chased by Jalen Wester. Now turns it in, shakes one tackle, but that Palmetto Tiger defense, great play made there by Braden Nickel.
Always Johnny on the spot, isn't he?
Yeah.
And again, when you get them running east and west instead of north and south, you are going to be victorious. I think the key here is for our defense here starting the second half is to stop them immediately and let's finish this game off and get on and start thinking about Tallahassee. So this is going to be the key series.
11:50 here as the Seminoles start this one off, and the ball, really good coverage. It starts at the 15, an intentionally high kick there, coverage kick for these Tigers. They did their jobs on that. Now Huggins has it, hands it off to Wilson. Big hole, middle of the field. He's got a lane and tackled by Jaquez Hughes, but not until he had a big first down run.
Yeah, that was a touchdown saving tackle by Jaquez, because if he gets past number 22, he's going to the house. And you see that burst of speed that we've talked about all game with Chauncey Wilson.
That's probably been their best play from the line of scrimmage so far tonight.
They've got players over there at Southeast. Palmetto defense moves at the last second across the line, and there's Wilson once again. Goes for another first down.
So they're coming out swinging here in the second half. It looks like they're hurrying up and
just running right up the gut on us too. Nothing special here. We call
now stoppage of play here. It's interesting tonight. I have Patrick Brady, who's used to be part of the Southeast TV program, the SETV, I believe they call it over there. He's here in the box with us, helping us out with everything. But I can see he's still a Southeast Seminole here. He's excited about the last two plays.
He's a keeper, and we enjoy having him up here. He keeps us straight.
One of the true talent up here, Patrick Brady.
That's right.
Now Huggins awaits, high snap, and he fakes it, keeps around the edge to the 50. He has another first down, and so 3 plays, 3 first downs for those Seminoles.
Yeah, they started this drive way back on the 15. We talked about the great coverage, but they're just marching right down the field, and like I said, this is the critical series, I think, for the game right now.
Yeah, 28 on the scoreboard for your Tigers, leading in this one, 28-0. Huggins awaits. There's a nice handoff to Wilson. Made a great cut there on the Mike linebacker on Wyatt, but he goes for about a 2-yard gain. That was almost a big tackle for loss. Great move by Wilson.
Yeah, great move. It looks like if he clears the line, he had some open field out there. So they're opening the holes. This great stop.
10:34 on the clock. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Huggins hands it off to Wilson again. Boy, he is running very hard, and he goes for he's going to be about 2 yards short of that first down.
Yeah, that was really Matty White that came up there and grabbed a hold of those feet and was able to bring Chauncey Wilson down, but we are really just getting pushed off the ball up front, gentlemen.
3rd and 3, really didn't get a good spot there, but 3rd and 3 for the Seminoles. In motion from right to left, so now sets up in the backfield, and now it's Wilson once again, cuts it inside. He's going to be tackled, but not after another first down there. Really good drive here by the Seminoles.
And this is reminiscent of the game last week against Braden River, and they came back and just really were able to effectively move the ball downfield on the Pirates, and right now they're doing the same thing on us.
And nothing spectacular, just running up the middle.
High snap. He's trying to hit that edge. Good play there.
Got to tackle him. Got to tackle him.
Breaks a couple tackles, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about a yard pickup on the play.
I'm yelling they got to tackle him, but that's easier said
Well, I mean,
than
it's
done.
difficult. He
is very
shifty, and Tyler had a hold of him, and he got away from Tyler, and then he got a hold of got away from another defensive end over there. I think it was Kevion.
And Tyler's a very sure tackler too. It's difficult.
No, he's back there. Has over 300 yards a game in offense for a reason. Now he hands it off to Wilson. Great run on the play. Takes a big hit. He's going to be about a yard short.
Another big third down here for the Seminoles. This is probably 2 down territory here for them.
3rd down and 3 on the play. So 3rd and 3 for the Seminoles. Huggins hands it off to Wilson again. He's run so hard, and he is going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 1 yard here for the Seminoles.
And they had to go for it. There's no time, and there's really no reason for them to believe that they can't pick up this 4th down, 4th and 1, 4th and 2, maybe.
Now in the backfield is Eli Daniels in the backfield with Huggins this time. 2 receivers. Now Huggins comes up to the line of scrimmage. His quarterback sneaks the ball out.
He dropped it. He also fumbled.
So that's Palmetto Tigers' ball. There's a false start. That's going to save them. They got rescued on that one because the ball came out on the snap. So it's going to be 4th and 6.
So, gentlemen, not to contradict or try to be disrespectful, but you're running the ball effectively. Why do anything? You don't need trickery here. You go up there and he gets under center, hasn't been there all night, and fumbles the exchange, gets saved by the penalty.
Just the read option's been working well for him on this drive. Just go with it.
Now 4th and 6. He looks. Huggins has him, and he tries to run that wheel route down the boundary. Great coverage. It's caught, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah, great job by Day-Day Hill. There was no way that pass was going to be completed. Just perfect coverage on Day-Day Hill. He just was able to push him out of bounds without even touching him.
So watch Day-Day. So they have that little hitch there. They run the wheel behind it, and Day-Day Hill is just right in perfect position. And the rain has really started to come down again here, guys.
That's going to be the second stop we've had on 4th down here, the defense tonight. And, I think the homecoming court just barely made it through the halftime festivities, gentlemen, because it's coming down once again.
Yes.
And we knew it would be.
So this will be interesting as the game progresses. It's one of those, it's actually easier when it's really raining hard to ball control. When it's light like this, the ball is very hard to hang on to.
And that's got to be the focus right here from this point on with these tailbacks for the Tigers. You've got to hold the ball. If we don't pick up a 1st down, we don't pick up a 1st down. Just don't cough the ball up.
So 2nd and 3 for the Tigers. Good run there by Sajel Hickson on the last play. 7 minutes, 29 on the clock. Xavier Williams looks over things, and he hands the ball off, and that's a great-looking run there by Sajel Hickson.
Oh, my goodness, what a hole.
That's Robert Gavin, and you can see that Robert was intentional with his security of the ball, and also it slowed him down, but the one thing he did not want, you see him right here. I mean, he's worried about tucking that ball away and making sure we don't cough it up.
Now Williams looks down the edge, and he's looking for Wester. Makes a great catch, but he's out of bounds. On that last running play, guys, I saw what appeared to be a screen audible by Williams. It's something I've seen Hal Mummy and a lot of guys that run that, and it was beautiful because it was a running play. Crossed him up, so it was just a beautiful play.
Gavin. Time for the Robbie cam here. There he is. Is that him with the towel?
It's a 28-point lead when the Robbie cam is out there. And 2nd and 10. And we have Dravian Butler going across formation, and there he is. Sajel Hickson breaks a tackle or 2. He goes for about a 8-yard gain on the play. Great run.
Yep. 4 yards of that was to the line, and then the rest of it's him. Great job for the line opening the hole. He is a tough dude to bring down.
Yeah, so they gave him about 6 on that. Said his knee was down as he made the spin. And there's Hickson again, first down, breaks a tackle, runs into defender, and they're going to be.
That may be a face mask at the end of that as well.
Yes.
As he's bulldogging his way over a cornerback.
Yes. The ref was right there on it.
I mean,
2 feet away.
Oftentimes the nod, that's the only thing you can grab a hold of and bring Sergio Hickson down with. I mean, he's just so
he's
powerful.
Twisting and turning, and then he's just he's tough to bring down anyway.
Look at him right here. I mean, you don't want any part of that.
Right there, yep.
Right there.
And the flag will be somewhere over here. Up.
Good call, Ken. Now in the Asa Power red zone. Gavin has the ball and really uses his footwork there to get anything out on the play, a gain of about 1.
And the rotation of the backs, keeping them fresh, is playing into the game now. As we see the rain coming down, it's really coming down
hard now. And this is really all we need to do, guys. Just run this ball effectively. And
the ball's on the ground.
And there we go.
And there
the one thing we cannot do, the only fortunate thing here, it's deep in Seminole territory, but this is what we, and that's on Zay there.
But to their credit, first one of the game, right? We've had some close ones.
I think we had one. Bubba did fumble one earlier in the first half.
Yes, you're right. And then we got it right back, or there was a flip flop or something.
I'm going to go out there on a limb. There's going to be more of these coming.
Oh, I agree. It is coming
rain,
down.
If you're looking up at those lights, it is coming down in sheets now here at Palmetto High School.
Maybe we can get one of our astute camera crew to get a picture of that. It is coming down. There we go.
That must be.
Look at that. It's a great shot.
Chandler Jessup up there probably with a great shot. 6:11 on the clock here in the third quarter. Your Palmetto Tigers are leading this one 28-0. The rain is cascading down here in the jungle. It looks like it. It is really wet out there, and it's going to be very difficult for these teams to function on offense. Goes for a nice gain of about 2.5 on the play.
And this plays into our game plan. Southeast is forcing having to run the ball here, which is just going to eat the clock up and play into the game plan here to get this game over quicker.
5:47 on the clock. Huggins in a downpour back there. No lightning in the area, but it is becoming a Manatee County frog drowner here, and that he goes for about a 2-yard gain on the play. You know, it's one of those. and the rotation of the Palmetto Tiger defense. One thing about the field being these conditions, you slip, and a lot of times you don't pick up, major injuries because you really can't get a foothold to. So that's one bright way to look at it. 3rd and 4 here for the Seminoles. 5:11 on the clock. Huggins waits. Good snap. Faded to Wilson, and now he rolls to the edge. He's going to take a loss of about 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and very long here.
And now they have to punt. They've struggled when it wasn't raining hard. It'll be interesting to see what the Tigers do on this punt.
Yeah, really the most important thing that we need to be careful of is really the conditions of this field, and hopefully we can get through this game before it starts to puddle up and become really dangerous for these players.
Well, and that is something, with the new playoff scenario, we've talked about, to play Palmetto Tigers. If we win out, we're going to be playing here at home. You'll see something different in this game. You might see a lot of wide running plays just to let the clock run out to preserve the field. And that is going to be
Here we go.
And he goes for a gain of a nice return.
We do have a flag back there. Probably going to be
blocking the back.
We got a helmet off and everything. So it definitely, gentlemen, this is as thick as we have seen in a long time coming down here.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Tom Porter because it's a little cool up here in the press box. It's a little uncomfortable. How's it feeling down there on the sideline, Tom?
I'm not sure if he's down on the sideline anymore. You think he's there?
Tom Porter,
are you there?
Are you hiding somewhere?
Are you in your truck?
It's in the concession stand.
Tom, what we need to do is talk about job description.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm drowning. I need somebody to throw me a life preserver down here.
Part of the sideline job description here is you have to be on the sideline, Tom.
Well, I'm on the sideline. I'm just trying to make my way underneath some kind of covering here because this microphone is starting to spark, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that. So, you know, we're trying to get a little protection here, but
that was a flash of lightning here. So we had a flash of lightning.
We also have the defense back on the field. Did we have a roughing the kicker on that play?
You know, I thought there might have a flash of it. I thought it looked like somebody did run into him. Enough for a first down, apparently.
Yeah, enough for a first down. Palmetto defense on the field. They have 3 receivers. There's a snap that went through the hand of Huggins. Now he throws it out of bounds. Smart play right at the marker. That's just a heads-up play by Huggins there.
Right, and there was a receiver within the pass too. So yes,
outside the tackle box, and he just did a little shuttle pass right to the marker. You know, you got to get it past the marker, and he put it right on the 2 up there. Heads-up play by Malik Huggins.
Rain it's a little lighter now, but still coming down.
4:09 on the clock. And now that is Wilson running a nice gain on the play of about, we'll call it 7 yards. 4 minutes exactly on the clock here in the third. We'll call it 3rd and 3 here.
Another day at Palmetto High School with the
what in the
water collecting.
Well,
they're not going to get the first down.
Didn't get the first down, and I wanted to make a shout out to DeVito's Auto. One of the reasons that they keep my old truck going down the road is independent all-wheel drive. And here at Palmetto High School, you know, behind the stadium, if you think it's wet out there on the field, if you get behind the stadium or on campus, you'll see it's really wet. So thanks again to my friends at DeVito's Auto for keeping my old four-wheel drive vehicle going down that road. Now he runs up there, and he's going to be short of the first down.
He's going to be right at the marker, but it doesn't look like he's short. That's going to be the 3rd stop on 4th down by the Tiger defense tonight.
And that was Jalen Wester. Watch Jalen Wester fill that hole. It really looked like he was going to get across there for the first down, but big Jalen Wester comes across the line of scrimmage for the tackle. So Palmetto Tigers have it 1st and 10.
Just need to go ahead and finish this thing off here. Short field. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And just hang on to the ball, Rick. I think
that's the most important thing. And you know, we just need to secure the football, and you know, and I know it's wet and easier said than done, but just put 2 hands over that pigskin and
just run the ball up the middle. And there's a big hit there. Coming across the line was number 54 there, and that was Demarion Murray. Great play. Williams looks, runs the option, pitches it wide. And that's Sajel Hickson, changes the ball over to the outside hand, running forward, and he has a first down.
Option's been a good play for us tonight. Williams has run it well, either himself or the pitch, and probably our most effective play tonight.
Yeah, it really has been, Kenny. We were a little bit contained there early on. We're unable to break the edge, but ever since the end of the 1st quarter, that's been our most successful running play.
So 2 minutes and 40 seconds, your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 28-0. And fans and TigerVision fans, TigerVision that's presented by Conley Buick GMC fans, are starting to look ahead to that road trip to Tallahassee.
Oh, Tom Porter. What's going on, guys? What's going on? I was over here on the sideline of the trailer, and I saw some cookies.
I recognize those cookies.
Yeah, it's kind of dry in here. I'm not used to this.
I thought you were Bruce Arians there for a second, but it took me a while.
I'm a slender Bruce Arians, maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah, you are. Keep sideways.
Yeah.
The last time I saw a lid that was big, I think it said Home Depot on the side of it.
Wow.
They were carrying around tools in that thing.
Wow. And this is coming from a Varnador head.
As you're eating a cookie.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that protests too much. I got the same deal going there. Now he hands the ball off, fakes it to Gavin, and he keeps it. Xavier Williams gets to the edge, and a nice gain on the play, and it looks like he stayed in bound. The clock continues to wind gratefully.
And that's the game plan from this point on, right, guys? Just control the line of scrimmage, pick up some yards, control the football, and, punt it when we need it.
And now Robert Gavin driving forward, first down. So Tigers in the Asa Power red zone.
I think you're finally seeing the just the exhaustion on that D-line for the Seminoles. I mean, they don't get subbed out. They don't have any relief, and this has been a long game for them.
Hands on hips, very obvious.
Now he throws a little hitch out there, and that is going to be Kobe Mays out there. Ball's out.
He was already down.
But he was already down.
Hopefully.
So they had stopped his progress. I thought it came out of there before the progress was stopped. I'll say that when we have a 28-0 lead. One thing about TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC, we are completely biased up here.
When did that start? I didn't get the memo.
Oh, nice play, and it's dropped out there. Gavin with a pitch, and 1:15 on the clock. The clock continues to wind, and this is what I was expecting. Run a lot of wide plays, stay in bounds, to think about the coaching staff over there. They're thinking, we got a lot of games in front of us here on the field. You'd like to play a lot of other players, score quickly, and get some of the other players, but at this point, with the conditions, that's really thinking ahead. Do you think that the coaching staff is that mental to do that? I absolutely do. We see these guys, a great coaching staff. They always have timeouts in the pocket at the end of the half. Very cerebral coaching staff here at Palmetto High School. Look at that run by Sajel Hickson. Now clock will continue to wind. That's going to be it for this quarter. 27 on the clock here. I doubt the Tigers are going to run another play.
Yeah, no reason to. Just take it down to the other end of the field and
finish them off here. Get that running clock going.
Yeah, they're going.
It's fourth. What are we?
10 seconds on the clock.
Fourth and short.
Yeah, Tigers are going to be content not to hurry.
I don't even know.
4, 3.
Do they even know?
2, 1. And that is zeros on the clock, the end of the third quarter. So let's take it to a break.
Hi, my name is Harold Britt. I am commander of VFW Post 2488 here in Palmetto. You're watching TigerVision. We are proud to be part of this one town, one team here in Palmetto, and keep it up.
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Hang on for the fourth quarter and remember, go Tigers.
Thank you very much for our great friends at Conley Buick GMC, where they treat you like family. And if you haven't had the opportunity to get over there to Bradenton and see the folks at Conley Buick GMC, they really do. Such a great group over there, and they're a lot of fun to deal with, and they've just been very wonderful to me and the family over the years.
You know who's over there is Howard Brooks, who played on the 70s. He played with Wilmore Fowler on the basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
He was the other wing guy, and he's been over there. I saw him the other day. I think 22 years now.
Yeah, Howard.
Great family environment over there.
And Howard's looking great. He's still.
Oh, it looks like it's still play.
Yeah, he's doing great. I saw him just last week. 12 minutes on the clock. Palmetto Tigers driving in the Asa Power red zone. Xavier looks. He throws it to the middle of the field, intended for Kobe Mays.
It looked like pass interference on me when there was somebody hanging on Kobe as he's trying to reach out for the ball, but all for naught. But just a little right Not much. I wouldn't call that.
He was hoping. He's got his hand up, but not this time. I like the call, and it's great having a tall receiver that you can throw one up to, especially at a time like this.
Yeah, while we're doing this at the end of this third or beginning here fourth quarter, I wanted to mention some of the Tigers to tally, and we've got such a great response there. You know, and the amounts really don't matter. I had someone stop by the press box. Here's $20 for Tigers to tally. Seth Hoopengartner, Patricia Hoopengartner, and Bryce there. Just one of the things just to be nice here tonight. And I'm going to mention some of the great people. There's a stop there, and there's a lot here. There's 110, but Katie Shatila, Teresa Willis, Amy Podenbunk, Michael Ameriz, Karen Prunier, Phil and Joni Olson, Terry Ashby, Kedrick Johnson, Tina Maxey, Mary Johnson, Chelsea Abert. Now, as we pick it up here, 11:24 on the clock, and Southeast, rain is still coming down. Huggins awaits. He has three receivers out here to the left. He hands the ball off to Wilson once again. Nice looking run. He goes for about 8 yards on the play. And then Chelsea Abert, Kerry McMillan, Otis Joyner, Joshua Burrows, Allison Bergman, Jeremy Giddens, Tom Porter sponsoring, Victoria Dennison, and Danielle Whalen, Lori Steck, Mike Vincent out there, Robert Stevenson, Alex Strott, Tiffany Vickers, Shannon Darty, Amanda Gionette, Sean Thompson, Stacy Smith, Scott Ingram, Nicholas Weckesler, Carly Lambert, Laquita Wester, Rod Brooks, Foster Yates, Leslie Anderson, Sean Griffin, Joshua David, Kevin Healy, Troy Brown, Pamela Parrish, Sean Griffin, Vicki Moore, Kevin Healy, Janice Robbins, Jeremy Bennett, Christopher Willis, Kirk Bell, Nick Masacaria, Bridget Dunbar, Varnador Financial, TC Investments of Manatee, Art Reynolds, T&J Reynolds, Mary Sue Ulrey, and Jamie Lipsy. And we'll pick this up. The rain is coming down once again. And the next name I'll have is Louis Lozano. We remember Louis. I think he played on the state championship baseball team. And we'll pick this up as we go. 11:05 here on the clock. But we wanted to thank all of our many sponsors, Ken. It's just great that folks are helping and assisting with sending those Palmetto Tigers to tally.
Yeah, very pleased with the response. It's great to see the turnout. Thank y'all very, very much.
10:54 on the clock. High snap. Huggins pitches it wide, and there's a nice looking run out there. He's got the first down and tackled out there by the safety. So Palmetto Tigers trying to hang on to this shutout, but we'll continue here. Cesar Pena Perez, Cheryl Marshall, Jill Garrett, Sarah Matthews, Mary Van Nixie, Cherie Franziak, Pedro Lemus, and Quentin Vincent, J. William Roby, Charles Gullett, Patrick Bryant, Alec McCain, Ryan Varnador. Hey, cuz. And now Southeast has it. Three receivers out here to the left. Hands the ball off the middle of the field. Goes for about a 3-yard gain. Mallory Langford, Dania Joyner, Seth Winkle, John McCarthy, Sarah Ishmael, John Lawrence, Kevin Wester, Susan Bowman, Amy Madalo, Joseph Santelia. And now Southeast has this. Looks overfield, 10 minutes on the clock. Fakes a handoff, going for the outside.
A flag on the play.
A flag on the play, probably a holding out there. And I'm going to finish this up, guys. Cecil Arrington, Priscilla Wisnett-Tress, Tom DeVito, Gary Alderman, Joseph Moore, Marsha Johnson, Gregory Stevenson, Dwayne and Sally Bussell, Carla Brogdon, Rachel Kinzier, Sumter Electric, hey Ronnie, and Terry and Shirley Smith, John Kinney, Christy Tuntius, John and Meg Pichelle, and Melissa Dunbar, Chris Constantino, and Jackie Littlefield, Catherine Lucas, Patricia Lawrence, Taylor Uselton, Andrew Girth, and Carly Kimball. Seminoles wait the snap. 9 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. And the rain has once again picked up. Wind has picked up also. Huggins looks, steps up, and he does not break the tackle there. So it brings up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, you can forget trying to get a number right now. It's almost impossible for us to see the numbers on these players through this glass, and all we know, that was a good tackle.
Kevion, I was watching TigerVision. You can see
when in doubt.
Yes.
TigerVision.
9:20 on the clock, and it is really coming down now here at Palmetto High. They send Tywarren Davis in motion across the formation. Now they set up with 2 receivers on the right and 1 single. Nice catch out there by Huggins. What a play by the quarterback. Then he's tackled there.
We have another flag.
Horse collar on the play. I'm going to wrap this up. Patricia Lawrence, Taylor Uselton, Andrew Girth, Carly Kimball, Jan Hilker, Domenico Marino, Joshua Mitchell, Alan Mulvey, North River Investments, Betty Clark, Delisa Robick, and Mary Johnson. We want to thank you all for helping those Tigers to tally.
That was pretty impressive, Brian. I think you did it in 4 or 5 plays. That's 100 and some odd names.
110.
110.
Plus the one.
And you got some cash right here.
From Patricia Hoopengartner. So there we go. You can only do that in a game like this where it's raining and lopsided on the scoreboard. 8 minutes and 47 seconds. And Huggins slipped as he made the exchange. And no gain on the play. That brings up a 4th, and we'll call it 8.
Brian, you think anybody would object to buying me some dry socks with that money?
I'm sure anybody that has. Do you wear socks? I thought you wore flip-flops.
Well,
Tom.
These are my all-weather.
Did you wear your socks under your flip-flops there, Tom?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not going to win the argument, Tom.
8 minutes.
Didn't I see you in a park feeding the pigeons?
He could hold 7 or 8 pigeons on his head there. It's 8:06 on the clock.
Here we go.
Where's that water coming from?
It's getting chippy.
Yeah. And we've got water leaking into the press box here. And we don't know where that's coming from.
I think it's coming from the sky, guys. I'm just guessing.
Just showed up under the laptop, Brian's laptop.
But great Patrick's on the spot.
Top of it.
Patrick Brady protecting the gear here. And that's still haven't figured that one out here, where the water's coming from. But we will tell you, it's a lot of rain here on the outside.
You know what's amazing? We still have fans here.
Yeah, they are dedicated tonight. I'm telling you.
That class of 79, I think it is, they came here, and they have set a huge following here, and they're sitting in the rain. 7:50 on the clock. Oh, great run there, and that's LeJonte Wester. And ball's out again, and Southeast has the recovery there. Recovery is by number 12 there, and that is Isaiah Pettiferi.
So if there's one negative that we have tonight is that we have not secured the football, and we have only recovered 1 fumble. A negative of, I think, a negative.
Two interceptions. We do have 2 interceptions and a pick 6. But, yes.
Guys, I'm impressed with Southeast's physicality. I mean, they are pretty tough. These kids are hitting hard every play, even now in the 4th quarter. They're still delivering some blows out here. It's pretty great to see.
He put his helmet right on that football.
Oh, yeah.
22, great. Great
again,
play.
We saw the recovery there, but again, that was number 22, Eli Daniels. We've called his name all night, Tom.
Yeah, he's what we used to call a slobber knocker. That guy will make some stuff leak out of your nose.
And there's a high toss over there. It's incomplete. Kind of slipped off of the hands of Huggins. And Malik, Tom, you were down there at Field Lover. You got a better look at this. How about the speed of Malik Huggins?
Yeah, he's very quick. He's able to get around that edge pretty easily. He's quick-footed. They've got some athletes over there, very similar to Palmetto many years. We just had some athletes, didn't have the program where it needed to be just yet. But it's just that typical Palmetto Southeast scrappy, back and forth game. A lot of ties. My dad went to Southeast. my mom went to Palmetto. It's one of those things, it's just it means more.
Split families, yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of that.
6:58 on the clock here. Time is winding down here on the Seminoles. They have a 3rd and about 9. Throws a hitch out there. Great catch over there. I mean, that was very tough conditions. A gain of about 2 yards on the play to bring up a 4th and 5.
Well, the only good thing about the turnovers is that we've been able to hold them, still to no points. But it's been difficult for us to keep the ball in our possession and run this clock out, guys.
I'm humbled here. Patrick Brady is actually holding the laptop up for us to get a look in there.
Don't let him run.
Nice. Now there's Huggins over to the sideline. Good tackle. A good job of not doing anything silly
that may have been Kendall Reynolds.
Kendall Reynolds. That was
17.
Rick. Good call. And we're in a situation now in the press box where we're literally watching the game on the laptops here, thanks to the guys in the TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick truck down there, because we've got so much fog on the windows and frost here. We're watching the game just like you fans of TigerVision are tonight.
Kendall Reynolds just made a whale of a play there. We've talked about their quarterback being tough to bring down. He just squared up and kept him waist high and just took him down. And we get the ball back, and just hopefully this time we can run the clock up and sustain a drive and get out of here.
And for friends that are people that are watching, that say, I cannot believe that the guy read 110 names on the broadcast. There were so many friends that I saw in there from the community. Ken, when you were looking down those names, it was amazing. People over the years that we've talked to, and have been here at Palmetto High School and in the community. And then we had some wild cards coming in from Massachusetts, things like that. But just amazing support from the fan base here, and we have to show our appreciation.
Look, that's a very expensive trip, so we really, truly are thankful for the fan base and the support that this Tiger team gets from the community, because we would not be able to do what we do without the community's help. And we don't have that huge pot of money in the athletic department just to rent 2 charter buses and drive 5 hours to Tallahassee. But these kids deserve it, so thank you.
Thank you very much to our community. Running forward there for a nice gain of about 5 yards on the play, and that is that Sagel?
It was a very distorted 4 that I saw through the window.
Yes.
I'm going to have to look at the laptop here. At this point forward, 5:09 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers trying to wind this one down. Williams in the backfield. It's got Hickson, hands it off to Hickson, makes a cut, slips on his cut, goes for about a gain of 1 yard. So that brings up a 4th and about 3.
And that's really the most important thing here is just, burn some time off the clock, secure the football, punt it away, get the defense back out there and hold them. We still have 4 minutes to go in this game, but if we can post another shutout defensively, that's really saying a lot that we have already said about this defense for the Tigers. They have been the backbone of this team.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the last time Riverview was the last team back on September 5th to score a touchdown on our first team defense back on September 5th.
Great snap, and then Gonzalez muffs it initially, but he gets it out of there, and it's a beautiful kick. And it's not fielded there, and then he's tackled.
He flipped the field on that. My goodness.
Line.
Yeah, so
wow.
Ryan Pettifer, he fumbles the ball. He's able to recover, but you got Braden Nickel right there, right on top of him, and you've got Robert Gavin.
Down there. Tyler Wells there is right there on it in case he gets by.
So, and that's one thing we talk about over and over again about Braden Nickel and his long snapping ability. And there's a great example, the guys that are watching on Saturdays, a Saturday long snapper. This is a terrible field condition, and that was a perfect snap back there to Rafael Gonzalez. He's the best long snapper I think that in high school with my own eyes that I've seen in this
He's
county.
very good.
He's tremendous. 4 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. There's a handoff. He breaks it outside and tackled there. It's going to be right at the first down marker. Looks like he was across the line. They're going to see. It's first down, Seminoles.
Speaking of long snappers there, Brian, just a little shout out to Rex Robich. I know Rich is running a camera crew for his son's football team over there on the other coast up north. And, he's a great long snapper. He's ranked nationally, so just a little shout out to our buddy.
Yeah, I watch his games Matanzas, but he's a special talent at long snapper. And, they were on the Tigers to tally. They're helping us out here. There's a fumble.
There's the ball.
Ball's out. And that – they called it incomplete.
Yeah.
Now check this out on TigerVision. You'll see that it looked to me like his arm was going backwards. Troy, what did you think? Did you think that was a fumble?
Here's a closer look.
Yeah. Yeah, it's out. Yeah, it's
Looks
out.
like Ormsby was all over him.
Troy Bellamy's all over it. He's right. 3 minutes and 36 seconds
Miles
remaining in this
Ormsby
one.
made that play right there.
Yeah, Miles Ormsby with a forced
Called
fumble
his
here.
name several times tonight, Brian.
Yeah, Miles has had a great game tonight. And this time, look at that back trying to bounce that one out. And Tigers
They're
just too
wore
tough.
down.
And guys, we have a lot of the younger players in there right now that are making big-time plays. Most of the starting defense is out and giving these kids an opportunity to play, and they are just picking right up where the
They're
starting
fresh.
yeah, look at them. I mean, they're swarming the ball carrier there.
Miles Ormsby again. 61. Wow. Up, there it is. Nice catch.
Great catch over there by the receiver.
Not only letting these young guys get in the game, but also protecting our starters. 3 minutes left in the game. We're up 28-0. You hate to see somebody go down with a knee injury. They're tired. Get them out of the game.
Good point. Yeah, you have to manage that. You sure would hate to lose somebody this late in the game with a comfortable lead.
And I think that last 40 with that play with Ormsby earlier was Andre Rentz over there too. Now, Huggins looks, steps it out there, throws it out there late, back slips. So that clock continues to wind here. It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and that was Irion Neary with a reception, but couldn't keep his feet. Seminoles have this one. 2nd and 8. Oh, nice play by the quarterback going down there. Huggins to field that one. Now running the sideline, and he throws it out there. And it's incomplete over there.
Almost a good catch there by number 8, Galen Washington. It just kind of Huggins just kind of threw a little prayer up there, hoping he'd get a completion out of it. But he's being challenged on every passing play.
And he snared that with one hand, and then Washington over there nearly snagged that with one hand. But Huggins has shown he's an athlete back there. There's a lot of these balls that would be on the ground with other quarterbacks. Now he throws a little slant over there, good route, and goes for a nice completion, first down.
And good coverage there by Carnes. He's over there getting some playing time as well.
Two minutes even on the clock right now. Southeast trying to get a score. Huggins takes another slow snap, turns it out there. Great little route out there by Galen Washington. Clock stops with 1:54 on the clock. Washington is out here wide with Chauncey Williams.
Yeah, his mom's
Wilson.
worked for me for 15 years. A great employee, great family.
Offensive coordinator Ty Stolt leaves. Oh, look at this. Goodness.
my.
A play by Andre Rentz. And, he's a junior, and he's going to get, but he's already 6'4", and he's 185.
Just watch him come and just beat his player and makes the play. That's textbook right there.
It really is.
That's how you do it.
Looked like a 3-guard coming. Looked like one of those.
Yes.
Nice scoring. Just 6'4", 185. Great speed off the edge.
Taking it to the hoop.
Now Huggins looks, tries to break a tackle and does, throws it out there, and that is caught, but we're around so that will bring up a 4th and 10.
Catch was made about at the original line of scrimmage, so
they're just spinning their wheels.
Yeah, these young guys out here are doing a great job defensively.
They are holding their own.
They are. Irion Neary with another catch out there.
Oh, he's elusive.
46 seconds on the clock for the Seminoles, trying to get a touchdown here. Palmetto Tigers desperately hanging on to that shutout. And he's being chased. He throws it out there late, coming back to the ball. Can't get there, so that's going to be another turnover of downs here for Southeast.
The Tiger D is going to post another shutout, guys, so that's not easy to do on the Southeast team, and they have been solid all night long.
Yeah, even when they got the short field on here, their best field position was our 41. I don't know if they ever got in the red zone tonight or not.
So that brings the Palmetto record to how many wins, how many losses, Ken?
8, is that 8? 8-0.
8-0, and the average that Palmetto has been giving up is 9 a game after 7 games. So Tom Porter will tell you, after 8 games, the scoring, the defense is only allowed, Tom?
8.9 points a game, I think. I would take my shoes off, but my socks are stuck to my feet, so I can't count that high.
All right, Tom. I try to throw you a softball every once in a while, But .30 on the clock. Thank you, TigerVision fans. TigerVision is presented by Conley Buick GMC fans for hanging on, in the blowout of a second half here. But one thing about this community, it's like a great family that we have, and the family's probably still out there watching the TigerVision broadcast. We greatly appreciate that. Palmetto Tigers now in the victory formation, 30 on the clock.
So Coach Marino just got doused with ice-cold water from his players to celebrate district champs outright.
And, Rick, too, what has never been done is we have swept all of our Manatee County schools. I don't think Palmetto has ever done that, because we just beat Manatee first time a couple of years ago in 15 years. So another great accomplishment there, and that's only going to help down the line with the middle schoolers. Like, where am I going to want to play football?
That's right.
They're going to want to come play here at Palmetto.
Now, fans, hang in there. I wanted to ask you a question. We're going to play at Childs Stadium up there in Tallahassee. We want you to check it out. There's been some question here. Is that a turf field? Are we going to get to see those Palmetto Tigers play on a turf field? They may have done that this year. I want you to tweet in and let us know. Childs Field up there, is that a newly constructed turf field? Because that would be fun to watch.
Well, the one thing about we're not playing at Lincoln Childs is almost to Thomasville. It's out. You go out Thomasville Road. It's out in the new development out there in northeastern Tallahassee. It is another 30 minutes from the capital area, central downtown Tallahassee. So it's going to be it's like Palmetto going to play at Lakewood Ranch. So it's going to be an away game when we get to Tallahassee.
But the Google picture shows a field. It shows grass, but it may have been changed.
That would be great to get the play on the turf.
Check it out. See if you can get back to us. The final score tonight, your Palmetto Tigers 28 and the Seminoles 0. Tiger fans, stay tuned for Tom Porter's interview with Coach Marino, to be followed by Impact Staff Leasing's Impact Player Interviews, which will be followed by final statistical game summary provided by Troy Bellamy. Tom, did you make it out of the confines? Did you make it back to the field out there?
I did, and Coach Marino is actively looking for the band, which I believe is gone. So I don't think we're going to have the salute to the band just yet. But, what's good to see here, 28-0 win. Kids are high-fiving each other from both sides. They're just, just good camaraderie. It was a good, hard-fought game. The score doesn't show that, but it really was. So, just a positive night for both sides. Southeast came in, calling all the shots. Onside kick to start a game. That tells you, they know they were outmatched. Looking over here, guys. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sure you probably can't from here. There's a sign that says Palmetto Tigers 6A District 12 Champs 2019. The kids are looking at it for the first time. We'll get them to spin it around and show you guys in just a second here, but pretty awesome. Looks like the Booster Club might have put that together. Kids are getting their first look at it, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we'll probably get a look at that on the big Jumbotron here in a little bit. I'm sure that may get out there, and the team's turning around with Tom Porter out there. And this is a very special night for a very special team. There it is, Palmetto Tigers, 6A District 12 champions 2019. Go Tigers. That's great.
All right, guys, waiting for a few more players to jump in here.
All right, the players are going to jump in there. We're going to have a photo opportunity here. And here's Coach Marino gathering up the troops.
All smiles up here, boys, all smiles. And it's coming down harder.
Hey, take it in real quick. Hey, listen up real quick. Hey, first of all, that storm's going to get worse through the night. So no meetings tomorrow. All right, enjoy your weekend. Hey, listen up. Hey, and most important, gentlemen, we have done it the right way. All right, we have done it the right way. You Palmetto kids decided to make a commitment a long time ago, and it was a process. I can't be more proud of you guys.
We did it! We did it!
All right, hey, enjoy this. Enjoy it, but you know you guys got a lot more in store. All right, enjoy this. Enjoy it. Let's go.
Woo, let's go. Tom.
Hey, guys, Coach Marino's trying to catch the sign so they can get a picture with the team. I'm sure he's going to want to, so we'll just have to hold just a second until they get it done. Hold on one second here.
Go help him round him up, Tom.
I'm trying. I'm trying to make some. They all got helmets on. I don't want to get hit.
They're excited.
Hey, it's an exciting night here for these Palmetto Tigers. And we'll have some the Impact Staff Leasing players interviews. Hang on, this ought to be good.
That's a pretty awesome sight, guys. We haven't won a district championship here in what, 7 years?
2011.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a sight. I wish the fans were still here to see it.
Well, we still got them on TigerVision as presented by Conley.
Hey, I'm getting in the picture, boys. Woo! Let's go. Let's go, Tigers!
Show them your wet socks, Tommy.
I want to show them that hat. Look at that hat. I'm trying to see, but Tyler Wells' arms are in my way.
he's kind of gunned up these days.
Yeah, he's gunned up. We need to get him tested. All right, let me catch Coach Marino here real quick, guys. All right, Coach. Hey, guys, here with Coach Marino. Coach, ugly game, wet, sloppy, nasty. Let's get out of the way. Great game, by the way. But, you know, we got it done, 28-0. District champs. It's been 7 or 8 years since we've been able to say that. What does that mean?
Well, it's everything. You know, I mean, like I said to the team, you know, these are Palmetto kids. You know what I mean? They had their opportunities. They could have quit. They could have transferred in this day and age, and they stayed committed to Palmetto, and I couldn't be more happy for them, the school, the community. It's a great community, and this community deserves to be champions.
Speaking of the community, this send the Tigers to tally. You know, the money was running a little short. You win the Coach of the Year, awesome, or Coach of the Week with the Bucks. They raise, you know, several $1,000s to help send these kids. They're going to get to see UF and FSU. What a great program experience for all these kids.
Well, first of all, our coaches give so much. We all give so much. There's never a doubt in our mind. Anything that we have, we're going to give to the kids, and to give them this opportunity. It was been on our minds since we scheduled the game. You know, I said we got to make this a special trip, and so again, thank you so much to this community, the way they rally, the support.
Yeah, you know, Palmetto, we talk about Palmetto all the time. It's a unique place. In Manatee County, there's a lot of different areas, but nobody sticks together like Palmetto does. We all believe in you. We believe in the team, and we're so proud of you guys for this district championship and beyond.
Yeah, one town, one team, man. And like I said, there's so many people that made this happen, and couldn't be more happy for them.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Great game. Guys, Coach Marino getting choked up there. Obviously, this means a lot to this coaching staff as it does to these kids. A lot of emotion flying around. I'm looking to see if we got our guys over here. We're just going to catch them right here. We were going to set that up, get a good shot, but we're going to just cheat halfway here. They look wet and tired and ready to go in. Coach Cucci, another goose egg, man. Coach Walls, awesome game, man. Awesome game. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I just want to give my granddad, man, Julius Cooper, man, a shout-out, man. He's watching the game in Atlanta, man.
Julius Cooper in Atlanta. We have a studio in Atlanta, so maybe he can stop by there sometime. All right. So, defensive coach, defensive line. We can't say enough about the defensive line, man. They are the heart and soul of this defense. We have talent everywhere on defense. But, man, this defensive line, week in and week out, just produces.
Yeah, we do. We always tell our guys it starts up front, and our guys came out this week. They knew they're going to chase that kid around. Number one, he's an athlete. So they did their job. They did exactly what we asked them to do, and we did exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted a goose egg.
Tell me about your play here. Tell me about 34 here.
34 is a freshman, Jordan. He's, how many sacks tonight, Jordan? 2.5, 3? Okay, he's going to say 3, but we'll watch the film.
How tall are you, 6'5"?
Great player, man. Young kid. You wouldn't even know it in the classroom, in the hallways, and in the film room. He's a great kid to work with. I'm glad he's on our time.
Absolutely. And, Coach Marino just addressed the team afterward, and he said Palmetto kids are staying in Palmetto. How do you guys keep that? It's basically a player's decision. The coaches want to keep you guys here. They want you guys playing in your hometown. It's always been an issue here for kids to leave Palmetto. Why are they staying?
I don't know.
Why do you want to play for Palmetto?
Because, I feel like I have a great opportunity to show who I am instead of what the school name is. Some kids go to Manatee, and because Manatee is a big name, but I want to make a name for myself.
I got to tell you, Manatee is a big name historically, but this year there's no name bigger than Palmetto. You guys are kicking butt. Defense is just phenomenal, and we can see it. We know it's going to happen. We call it out before it happens. We're going to have an interception right here, and sure enough, you can just see it. You guys are getting so much pressure on the quarterback. The coaches are making adjustments in the secondary. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. Linebackers, we struggled on defense last year, Coach. You know that. And to put it all together, how rewarding is it to come in here and for this defense to bring this district championship home for the first time in 8 years?
Rain or shine, we knew we were going to play our hardest. And one of their coaches made a comment, if it would have been dry, it would have ran all over you. I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. But our kids don't care what the adversity is. We're going to overcome it, and we're going to play hard.
Awesome. All right, guys, great defensive effort. Thanks, Coach. Coach Ty, this guy needs no introduction. Sagel Hickson, I'm glad you got him out of the game when you did because I didn't want him to get hurt. Offensively, man, you guys have just been able to put together such a great game plan. I actually hit a little message earlier on, and the little tight end pass over the middle. We haven't seen that historically. The offense this year is just different. So are you just seeing things differently? You just trying some different things? You just playing what the defense gives you? It just seems like a different play calling.
I've said it before. We got dudes all over the place. I got 2 tight ends that are 6'3", 6'4". We haven't had that in years before. So it gives us a lot of options. Rainy conditions like this, we were able to go with 2 tight ends and kind of mash the ball a little bit. And when they gave us that in the back end, we took a shot. So it's nice to have those weapons.
Well, a sloppy game, we know how that is. We run the ball anyway. We're going to run the ball. But, early in the season, we struggled in some of these sloppy games offensively. We weren't able to put it together. We weren't able to make cuts. So what's the difference between those early games where we won and were able to, pull it out, but weren't really 28-0 dominant like this?
The O-line is usually the last piece of the puzzle. It takes a while for those guys to mesh together, and Steve Cucci's done a great job with it. So I think that's it. Just come with the reps, and having this guy running behind him definitely makes my life a lot easier. I can tell you that much.
Speaking of this young man right here, Sagel Hickson, number 4, man. Anytime you get the ball, very rarely do you go down on first contact. As a football fan, I know everybody at home watching you run really appreciate the effort, the second, the third effort, the spins, the moves that just come out of nowhere. What do you see when you hit that hole? Are you just completely reacting? Do you have a plan? Are you planning on spinning? Are you planning on step? What are you doing when you get that ball?
It's just a reaction. It's something that we work on every day with Coach Les, and it's just muscle memory now. So if I see something that I can make a move on, I just do it.
Yeah, you do it 3 or 4 times, and you're very effective. It's awesome to see. District championship, we were just talking to the defensive player there about, Palmetto kids staying at Palmetto. You guys have been here for a while, got a good core group. And, you know, talent is talent, but it means something to play with kids that you believe in and you know and you stick together. So tell me about the senior leadership on this team that has stuck together for 4 years.
LeJontay Wester, Curtis Thomas, Edison Bradley, Xavier Williams, all of them, they just show leadership throughout everybody. If you down there, come pick you up. They just there for you all the time. So that's why we together with each other. So
if you could say anything to the Tiger fans at home, what they're going to see from you in the next 2 weeks and beyond, what would you tell them?
Whatever God's willing to let me do.
No, that was a nice, subtle answer. Okay. That was a coach's answer. Hey, great game. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thanks, Coach. All right, guys. You know, great, wet, soggy night. You know, anytime you beat Southeast is a great night. You know, we were able to get it done, 28-0. No injuries that I could find on the sideline. That's a big thing going into this big game in Tallahassee. We seem to be firing on all cylinders. If we can get a dry field, and you know, it's looking good. Back up to you guys.
Thanks very much, Tom. Brian Varnador here, and I'm going to turn it over. Not much going on statistically in this rain, but Troy Bellamy, and then I'll wrap it up.
Okay, great victory tonight. Homecoming 2019 is in the books. You can add to that a district championship for the Palmetto Tigers as they remain the #1 team in the state. I want to give a shout out to 2 of my students from Lincoln Memorial Academy who were recognized tonight, Jordan Renaud and Sejal Hickson. The growth of these young men to become athletes at a high caliber, to be high caliber, high character young men is incredible. It's a testament to the things that we're trying to do over there at Lincoln and to what they've been able to do here with the coaches here at Palmetto High School. The statistics tonight, you know, obviously we went into halftime at 28-0. The game ends at 28-0 in a rain-soaked second half. The rain came down really, really hard. So there was a lot of turnovers, a lot of kicking back and forth, a lot of special teams play, which is supremely important, especially for us as Tigers. Again, you know, whenever our offense is stalled, we can't really throw the ball. Maybe the weather has been probably the best defense against our offense this year. We can always count on Sejal Hickson. He ends up tonight with 115 yards rushing. So we didn't need another big night passing. You know, now we have all of our weapons back. We got, you know, LeJontay is still doing well. We've got Kobe Mays back in the fold. CT Magic played great last week. Didn't even need him tonight. So when you have that kind of offense, you have that kind of variety and play calling options, you can always count on that. But then when you need to run the ball, and you have to run the ball, now you got a guy behind a veteran line that's getting you 115, 120 yards a game, and that is huge in high school football. And that's why we're district champs. You know, again, starting the season off in a rain-soaked game and being able to move the ball on offense through the run and having great special teams tonight. Again, great special teams. All 4 extra points good. The punter punted the ball well, kicked the ball out of the end zone, keeping the opposing offense in their own territory, which allows our defense to keep teams playing between the 30s. And if you're playing between the 30s, you're not scoring 6. And that's why you have shutout here again tonight, here at home on homecoming. So, again, as we wrap up, there was not much to add to the first half statistically. Again, Xavier Williams had a pretty easy night. Just hand that thing off to Sejal Hickson. Want to give a shout-out to Sejal's mom, Tina, and all the people that are watching by TigerVision. So we're going to wrap it up and give it back to Brian, and you all have a great night to the #1 fans.
Thank you very much, and I'll wrap it up here. And I just want to thank everybody for the amazing response in this report we've seen, all the friends that we have out there sending those Palmetto Tigers to Tally. Fans, be sure to join us. Make the road trip with us next week. We'll make it up there to Tallahassee as the Tigers will play Tallahassee Lincoln High on Childs Field. My broadcast partners, Rick Wells, Ken Burton Jr., Tom Porter, Troy Bellamy, and I thank the #1 fans in the world, you, our TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC fans, for watching Palmetto Tiger football. Next week, we'll be in Tallahassee, but in our community, it's all about your Palmetto Tigers. One town, one team. Go Tigers.